Let's see. No.
This right here is a challenge for all my Christian content creators, man. I want to hear. This right here.
What's good, y'all? Getting the Facebook going. Huh? What's good, y'all?
For starters, Canada isn't stolen land. It's been that Christians came and colonized.
How you guys doing? Honey, honey, honey.
The only scammers took away. Do you mean the ones that started the residential school? Where they took all the indigenous children and abused them to death? If that's what you believe of what you're saying, would you mind share your thoughts of why the nun was charged for this? In war, you say?
Yeah, I just started the
I
live.
think you're talking about your own history, where Europeans fought each other with their own violence and disease. And you thought you could take that history and try to mix it with the indigenous history. But guess what?
My watch.
Child molester.
Not on my watch.
And I can't stand these funky ass Masons, especially the bitch made ones in my family. Motherfucker gay any damn way. Think y'all run shit. Y'all don't run the bitch ass thing. Burn all the motherfucking Masonic lodges down and all these bitch ass churches here. Fuck Easter. And I can't stand these funky ass Masons, especially the bitch made one. I think he hungry at this point. You think Freemasons are good? Watch this. I'm trying to concentrate, but Mr. O'Neill is great. That's a run of my profession. I don't know nothing about that. Okay, can we get a close up on that area? What? My grandfather, ladies and gentlemen, I love him, I miss him, he's a great man. But my grandfather was a Freemason. Because of my loyalty, it's tempting to water down the fact that Freemasonry is with.
You obsessed with black peoples? Nah. Y'all are obsessed with Indians. I'm putting y'all in your place.
But Travis, my grandfather's a good man. My DP is a good man. Being good and being free ain't the same thing. And the higher you go in degrees, the darker the rituals become. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about blood. We're talking about skulls. We're talking about satanic rituals. This information wasn't given to me by YouTube. This information was given to me because I had the privilege of praying for a 32nd degree Freemason. I had the privilege of using prayer oil to remove his masonry.
Penguin Zero. Let's check it out.
The pledges he made. Every fraternity had founders within them that were Freemason, high-ranking Freemason. It is unwise for you to think they were involved in witchcraft. It did not bring that influence into their order. You think Freemasons are good? Watch this. I'm trying to concentrate, but Mr. O'Neill's great. That's a run of my profession. I don't know nothing about that. Okay.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Boy,
Because of my loyalty.
Wait, so this guy is a pretendian right here? This penguins guy?
howdy hooey. What an interesting evening, huh, sports fans? An action-packed late night. Trump started attacking Pope Leo, which sounds like the title to
Hold on. Not even close lab experiment. You know they made y'all. That's why you guys got an attraction to gold. Neanderthals made y'all. They predate y'all by 200,000 years. They made y'all to be the slave race. That's why they put a worship gene inside you.
epic rap battles of history video, Trump versus the Pope, but he actually went in attacking Pope Leo, and then a little while later posted an AI-generated image of him as Jesus Christ healing the sick while being worshipped and having some...
So this is the guy? Okay, yeah. I'll get a hold of him. Look, this is where they get their pretendian stuff from, Dane Calloway. So this guy blocked me right here. So this is Dane Calloway. He blocked me because I asked him where the name Calloway comes from. So check this out. Dane Calloway. Where does it originate? England and France. Calloway. Oh, so I thought you were native. Dane Calloway? What happened? I thought you were native. I thought you were Indian. The untold truth about African Americans. Are Americans the African Americans the American Indian? Let's check this out. Let's debunk this.
Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway.
Yeah. Y'all are pretendians, y'all.
Allegedly lose or destroy these records were to hide the truth that it was a very small amount of copper-colored slaves and a greater amount of prisoners of war in North America. And the second...
Is that what they're calling themselves? Prisoners of war? Yo, so why are you guys trying to steal our identity? Thinking that we're not going to say anything and expose you. So if you are a Native American and you have a phone, you should be online debunking these people. Swear to God, you cannot lose. The truth will always win. So these people are trying to steal Native American identities. They will not win at this. They cannot win at this. This is why most of them hide their faces. They hide their faces. They come on troll accounts because they know what they're doing is wrong. They know they're not the Indians. I just pulled up a video of this one girl crying. Yo, look at this. Hold on. When she's doing the Mardi Gras Indians, they know they're not the Indians. She's crying as she's doing it. Watch this.
Where I'm talking, where Crosstown. And the big Queen Emon.
Yeah, look at her face. Fighting back those tears, yo. Fighting back those tears. They know they're not the Indians. Let's watch it again.
Talking, where Crosstown. And the big Queen Emon.
Yeah, that's those tears right there, yo. You know you're not the Indians. They know they're not the fucking Indians. How dare you? How dare you try to steal someone's identity like that, yo? You know you're not the fucking Indians.
Okay, so we're gonna be opening up some mail.
Fuck yeah, yo.
I don't give a single fuck whether you respect me or not.
Exactly, I don't. Getting exposed. There you go. It's a U for unconquered. Yo, they think that's a C. That is not a C, yo. It's not Crip. You guys wish it was Crip, so you had like some weird connection to me. They wish it was Crip, so they could have like some weird connection to us. You need to cha-ta the fuck up. You need to cha-ta the fuck up. That's a good one. Yo, so this guy right here is saying people copy him, right? Look at his style. Peep the outfit, right? Hold on. Peep the fit, right? He's saying that people copy him, right? Woo! Check that out. He's saying people copy him. Bro, you wish you were Chicano. Look at his outfit. He's got the Raiders with the fucking Cortez, right? The dope man shoes. Look at this. He says people are copying him. Bro, you are copying the Chicanos, bro. Straight up. You are copying the Chicanos. Tired of them being Choctaw. There's no pyramids in America. The closest pyramids are in Mexico, built by the indigenous. Hey, they think the mounds are pyramids. You guys have no relations to those mounds. Let's look it up. Oh, Dane Calloway, your guys' leader, is fucking not native. Is English and French and Nigerian. Okay. Negroid bones in the mounds in America. America. Hey, so there is no credible or archaeological evidence that pre-columbian, indigenous, or negroid skeletal remains were deposited in American mounds by an African population. Okay. Oh, yep. These are the oldest bones. The Jamestown findings. From the Fiji Islands. That's what's up. One of my friends, Neha. She was from Fiji. Neha. Neha was her name. The way I like my women, hot, black, and strong. No, I'm just kidding. Did I go outside? Yeah, it's real nice out. I did go outside today for a little bit. You too light? I don't know what that means, bro. Light? What, you mean I'm too light? To be black, yeah. Too dark to be white. Well, good thing, because I'm not either or of those things. I'm indigenous. Yo, imagine this. Black people, they don't want to be themselves, but they want to be us. That's why they tell us we're not who we are. They tell us, you're not indigenous, I am. I'm the real Indian, you're not the real Indian, I am. It's because they want to be us, yo. They literally wish they were us. Ask any black person if they're African, they will say no. They're Indian. But you gotta wear wigs and weaves to have hair like this, though. Come on, you gotta fake it. You have to fake it, yo. You gotta fake it, yo. How is that indigenous if you gotta fake it all the time? That's fraudulent. Indigenous means real. It means the real. It means the original. It means first, right? And then second is the copycat. So yeah, I mean, if indigenous means original, that means we're the OGs. I don't think they want to be you. They was just saying they was here as well. They want to be me, bro. Because they're saying they're the Indians. I am Indian. They are saying they are Ongwehone. I am Ongwehone. They are saying they are indigenous. I am indigenous. They want to be me. They don't even want to be themselves. My mom said, someone's gonna kill you. You're gonna get killed, Ronnie. You want a bag of money? Of money? Only thing that I hate, people continually divide for stupid shit. Look at all the white people that are still doing to us. I don't give shit about this planet who wants to be like us. They don't even know anything about us. They Google everything. They don't know our language. They try to speak our languages, but can't. Yeah, yo, they make it up. They make it up. Yo, but here's another thing. They're starting, yo, so the Tuscaroras down North Carolina are teaching them stuff after we taught them stuff. Yeah, the fucking half-breed Tuscaroras are selling us out down there. They're selling us out. And what I mean by that is people from up here went down there and helped them bring back the longhouse, right? And they now are just letting anybody in. You shouldn't be in longhouse if you don't have a clan. You need a clan to go to longhouse, actually. And I guess things are changing where people don't have clans. Hey, Telly. Oh, I'm trying to let you up. Send a request again. I know Yanni, I know Yanni, I know Yanni, I know Yanni. Send another request. Thank you for the follow.
The April 15th tax deadline is coming, and your max refund is a few steps away with TurboTax.
What up, African Raw? This is Team here, and I'm back at it with another video of African history, culture, and worldview. I've been doing videos for years now, and sometimes it can be difficult to answer all the questions I've been getting, especially from videos I've done like super long ago. So I thought to myself, you know, what better way to answer all these questions and even critiques than to do a video on it. So in the future, hopefully, I can do more of these videos. In one of my recent videos about Dispelling, it brought about a lot of discussion about Africans in America before Columbus and about the demographics of native populations in America. And I wanted to express my position on the topic, but more importantly, to iron this out within our community. Because to be blunt, there seems to be...
If you're going to say black people were here before Columbus, you might as well say white people were here. You might as well say everybody was here. Straight up. Because for one, they don't even know how to swim. They're not a seafaring people. So if they were here and they don't know how to swim and they're not a seafaring people and they live in dung huts, hunter-gatherers, everybody else was definitely here then too.
A lot of misinformation about it. So let's discuss it. First, I'll show a few clips of my old video about Estebanico, and then, we can fully dive in. And if you've already seen the video, you can just skip this part. But if you guys are interested, you can just go to my main page and,
Thank you for the
just
follow.
revisit the video there.
Estevanico the Moor, who traveled to the New World with the Spanish, has been described as the first great black man in America. The history of Estevanico is interesting because he's quite possibly the first Muslim to set foot on American soil. Estevanico's companions were astonished at his ability to communicate with
Estebanico. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Esteban was a black man that sailed with the Spanish in like the 1500s. He's trying to say this guy is a Moor?
Native Americans through hand signals and what they thought to be indigenous languages. Native American communities were absolutely fascinated by Estevanico because they had never seen a black man before.
Wait, what? Estebanico. Native Americans were surprised in the 1500s. In the 1500s. Because they never seen a black man before?
Estevanico pushed forward until he reached a region never before traveled by non-Indians, crossing into what is now Arizona.
We're getting the boom, boom, boom. I need that button, yo, when we drop bombs, yo.
In New Mexico, he saw from a high elevation the walls of the famous city of Cibola, which the Indians called Hawaku. The legacy of Estevanico is great because he was the first African to culturally, linguistically, and socially navigate the spaces of the New World.
Hey!
So from the clips that you guys just saw, I'm pretty much advancing the idea that Estevanico was the first significant...
Why does he keep saying that? Estebanico.
Black man in America, on American soil. And some of you had your critiques and your comments saying that, hey, home team, like there were clearly black people in America before Estevanico. And I feel like we really need to explore that because the only clear-cut evidence that I'm privy to concerning Africans coming to the New World or the Americas before Columbus is by a journey by a Malayan king named Abubakar Keita II. And this journey wasn't an exaggeration or fantasy. Like,
it wasn't an exaggeration. They said he brought 2,000 ships from Mali to Brazil. Nah, it's hearsay. He came in with about 20 men. He came with about 20 men on 2 ships, right? And they came trading golden spear tips. Now, there's no evidence or archaeological anything. There's no artifacts, no DNA. There's nothing. Nothing. Just hearsay. No evidence, no artifacts, nothing. Well, you had that. That's in the 1300s, like 1311. Still don't make you indigenous.
Cut.
And then, what, you think when they came, natives were just opening their legs and like, yes, impregnate us. We want your babies. You think that was happening? Or did you come and rape the natives?
Documented fact. And it was documented by an Egyptian man, apparently, who had some sort of interaction with Mansa Musa, and he wrote down literally word for word what Mansa Musa told him. Now, Abubakar Keita made this journey a whole century before Columbus, and scholars aren't exactly sure concerning the success of this trip, but it is definitely clear that he definitely sailed the Atlantic Ocean. And there's also evidence to suggest that there were Africans who were shipwrecked in South America and had a lot of contentious relationships with the native population there. Now, many people usually point to Ivan van Sertima, a scholar from the Caribbean, who wrote a book called They Came Before Columbus. And personally, I never read the whole book. From what I did read, it does seem as though he's talking about European visitors after Columbus who saw black people there essentially, or they stated that, hey, these Native Americans told us that they've been trading with black people. And to me personally, that really points or adds more weight to the fact that Abubakar Keita a century later was shipwrecked, and some of those black people or those Africans on his journey, they were trading with the Native American people there, and they were sort of in survival mode, if you will. Now, to be honest, I do think that claiming that the native population in the America before Columbus, before Abubakar, saying that they were black people, I believe it's a little disingenuous. because honestly, there isn't much information to ground ourselves in that idea.
Yo, we was
but
here,
honestly,
yo.
I don't even mind us saying that, hey, there were groups of Africans here who were in survival mode or who were just here, you know, thriving, if you will, due to the journey of Abu Bakr Keita a century before Columbus. I personally wouldn't mind that. But to say that there were Africans
kings,
here,
yo.
indigenous to America, before Columbus, before Abu Bakr Keita,
They're not only saying that, they're saying that they were here before the natives, before us. That means no.
I personally believe that Abu Bakr Keita actually did make the journey to the Atlantic Ocean, and he found land in South America somewhere, and he was shipwrecked with hundreds or thousands of his shipmates essentially, and they were in survival mode. So if we want to advance that idea, I can rock with that a lot better. But to ground ourselves in this idea that there were Africans here before that journey, from the Mali
They're saying
Empire,
that they were here before the natives.
that again, I think that's a stretch.
They're saying they were the
but
Europeans.
you know, at the same time, it is important to explore this idea, whether it's true or not, because it's just important to us as a people, as a whole, to really solidify our history and our story. And that's why I'm making this video. I really want to hear from you guys. And history is very important for us in the African diaspora, because if you don't know your history, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know your story, you don't have this solid identity, then you'll be socially and politically manipulated very easily. So
you notice how
that's
this
why
guy, how he talks, how he doesn't talk like the pretendians? Because the pretendians, you're dealing with people that have kind of a lower IQ. Statistics say, yeah. So this guy obviously has a good shoulder, and he knows who he is. He refers to himself as of African descent. He's proud of his roots, yo. You know? And the people that, the pretendians, they don't talk like this guy. They're like, yo, what up, yo? It's like, okay, we can see that, you know, there's some maybe mental illness. You know, there's something going on there. Does it mean we should just not say anything and just let them be like that because they're mentally ill? No, fucking these people are doing this shit on purpose. They're trying to start problems. They're literally problem starters. These people, they're literally trying to fucking fuck with natives because they don't got anything else better to do. It's 2026. It doesn't matter what tribe you are. There will always be a black person sticking their nose in our business. And it don't matter. It's because they think that they're the Indians, yo. They're the Indians. They're always sticking their nose in our business, trying to learn our history. With all this valuable time, you guys should be taking this time to learn your history, right? You know so much about me and my history. What do you know about you and your history? Can you tell me about a Yoruba or an Igbo creation story or Zimbabwe or a Niger-Congo prophecy? Can you teach me anything like that? What about anything about the medicines and plants over there? Anything like that? Probably not. They're not going to be able to. It's because what the United States has done to them. They've indoctrinated them to believe that Africa is a third world country and it's not a good place. And, you know, that's why.
Hey man, you know they talking about putting a federal lawsuit on you, right?
They can't.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. They're begging people. Yo, you know what's funny? They're begging people to call my tribe when they just told everybody that I wasn't part of my tribe. So which is it? My tribe don't claim me, or they're begging people to call the chief of my tribe to get me kicked out?
What did they do to you, bro? What did they do, bro?
People are begging. Your screen recording, right?
No, not actually.
People are begging. People started rumors about me saying that my tribe didn't claim me. It's not true. And because it didn't affect me the way they wanted to, now they're trying to sue me, and they're begging people to call my tribe to talk to the chief to try to get me kicked out. For one, we don't have chiefs. We got a president. And the people that are calling the president...
You will be able to defend yourself in federal court with facts?
Bro, what do they want to sue me for? They want to sue me for hate speech.
Would you
Bro, the people that want to sue me can't even take a DNA test. Yo, can they prove what they're saying? Can they?
Well, you do realize it's illegal for Native Americans to also take DNA tests.
It's not illegal. What the fuck?
Yeah, y'all don't take DNA tests on the red.
That doesn't mean it's illegal. You don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay, so you mean to tell me that y'all are actually taking DNA tests?
No, because we go by lineage, bro. We can tell that we're native, bro. You guys deny taking DNA tests. You guys look African.
Forget the looks. I'm just asking a question, right?
Yeah, forget the looks.
Yeah.
Speak the language.
Yeah. I'm just asking questions, right? Would you be able with facts, right, from your side, and facts from whoever it is from the other side? Would you be able to defend yourself in jurisprudence in one of the highest courts in the land?
Yes, of course, bro. Every single time. They don't want to go to court, bro. We don't even know who to take to court because everybody hides their face. Everybody uses troll accounts. The reason why you don't show your face or any of these motherfuckers don't show their face is because we can find out who you are and do your genealogy and find out that you're not native.
One thing I do realize.
That's what you look like. Okay. You look like Earth Speaks.
Thanks for putting me on the big screen.
You look like Earth Speaks, bro.
Right? So this would be my question to you, right? What are you gonna do with all of the information that's presented as far as you guys coming in here in 1925? What are you gonna do with the contracts that's been signed that's in the Library of Congress?
1925, bro. We have treaties that predate that, bro. Yeah, I know, and I'm trying to answer it. Yeah, and listen to me. Let me answer that, bro. So you ask the question. Now, you be quiet and let me answer that, right? So you said that you said, are we going to be able to prove that we didn't come in through 1925? Bro, we got treaties that prove that we were here way before 1925. Your people stopped coming here 1863. The last slave ship was Clotilda. You guys haven't even been here 200 years. That was 160 years ago.
Matter of fact, my people are more elder than your people. The first people on the planet are melanated, not your people. What are you talking about?
Bro, you don't know what you're talking about. The black people don't come from black people. Black people come from Asians, and Asians come from us. So why do the oldest tribes in Africa look Asian?
Are you talking about Afro-Asiatics?
So why do the oldest tribes in Africa look Asian?
I'm asking you a question. Are you talking about Afro?
Yeah, so why do the oldest tribes in Africa look Asian?
Afro-Asiatics are melanated.
Everybody is melanated. Everybody.
Why are you not melanated?
Everybody is melanated. I am melanated, bro. Why? So listen, obviously you're mulatto because you don't look full-blooded African. Yeah, you are. Bro, you have European ancestry, bro. You definitely 100% have European ancestry. So I think it's funny how this guy thinks he doesn't have European ancestry. Because black Africans aren't that hairy. They're not that hairy or that light, actually. This is a very, very light black man. This is a watered down, whitewashed black man. He looks like Earth Speaks. So, you know who he looks like? He looks like Earth Speaks. Earth Speaks got a white mom, too. Earth Speaks got a white mom, too. So, I'm dropping you because you're trying to talk over me and you're crashing out. But you look just like Earth Speaks, and Earth Speaks also has a white mom as well. You're talking, where's your melanin? Where's your melanin? What happened to your melanin? You're supposed to be blue. You think you're red. Real black people aren't that fucking hairy either. They're just not. You can look up some Africans right now. Full-blooded Africans. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, dude. You're supposed to be blue, bro. Look at this. You're supposed to be blue. You are white compared to these people, bro. What the fuck happened to your melanin, bro? Look at that, bro. They are not hairy people. What the fuck happened to your melanin? What happened to your guys' melanin? You guys are supposed to be blue. See? Bro, you're like this color, bro. You're the one in the middle, bro. Like, she's even a little light. But yeah, you guys are supposed to be blue, bro. You're like the one in the middle, and you got a big ass beard. See? You're not supposed to be hairy, bro. Your people are supposed to be blue. You guys are supposed to be blue. So whenever these motherfuckers try to tell you that, oh, you look white, you look pale, you're a pale face, you're white, it's because you got straight hair. Well then, why do all your women wish they had straight hair? Why do all the men shave their afros off, or braid it, or dread it, or lock it up? It's because everybody has that type of hair. It just grows in between our legs and on our asshole and our armpits. There's a reason why they don't like us, people. There's a reason why they don't like us. There's a reason why they want to be us, yo. They wish that there's a reason why they bleach their skin. So black men, black women, they bleach their skin because they wish they were a lighter skin color. Notice how they're all calling themselves copper colored now? It's because they're mulatto. So all black Americans are mulatto. There is no more full-blooded Africans that are black American. If you're full-blooded African and you're a black American, your people probably just came from fucking Africa. But yeah, all black people are watermelanated. Melanated. All people are melanated. Everybody on the planet has melanin, right? You got watermelanin. No, there's 4 or 5 different types of melanin. These people, their talking points are white supremacist talking points. It's white supremacy and blackface. The reason why they're so racist is because they got that colonizer DNA. They got that colonizer DNA. Right? They're supposed to be blue, yo. These people are supposed to be blue. They're not hairy, yo. These people are not supposed to be hairy. They be having big ass beards. Big ass beards, yo. Like, you see his ear too? See how it's real small? Yeah, yo, and his eyes are yellow. And his lips kind of look purple. Yeah, you're supposed to be like that, yo. You're not supposed to be hairy. And then you can look at their hair. The smaller the coil, the more full-blooded they are. If it's all like real loose curls and kind of straight, they got white in them. Or some non-African. But yeah, all black Americans are mulatto. The delusion is hilarious with the nervous laugh. White man named Tanner Horner, FedEx driver named unalive 7-year-old Athena. Very funny. Wait, what? The fuck? Shit's not funny, dude. It's like they only do that here because they do not back home in Ireland, Scotland. Yeah, yo, so when they call you white or fucking pale and all that, they're white and they're pale. They're probably... Black Americans are more European than Native Americans. The only reason why they say that is because they live in a black and white world. They're trying to use reverse psychology on you. So they expect you to live in a black and white world. When a black person calls a Native person pale, white, or European, that should not hurt your feelings, people. You know why? White people dominated them. White people conquered them, displaced them to the whole other side of the planet. They are scared to get revenge. They are scared to get it back in blood. They are scared to get reparations or any type of justice for what their ancestors went through. They are so traumatized from slavery that they deny it even happening. Their pride outweighs their smarts because now they are saying that they were the slave masters and the white people were the slaves because they're Slavic and Slavic means slave. You are taking a white man's hands, washing your ancestors' blood off of them and saying, oh, yep, it never happened. And then you guys are going to end up paying the white people reparations because your pride outweighs your smarts. So when a black person calls a Native person white, paleface, or European, natives aren't supposed to be darker than black people. That should not hurt your fucking feelings. And they are calling you the people that dominated them. So I'm the people that dominated you? I'm the people that conquered you? I'm the people that you called master and daddy? That's who I am to you? Master and daddy? Right? Ever since I started telling them that, they have stopped calling me white. And they started calling me Siberian and Mexican. Oh, okay. Now I'm not white no more? Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. Right? So that should not hurt your feelings. You're not a Native American Indian unless you live on a reservation. Yeah, well, I was born and raised. Born and raised. Why you hate black? I don't hate black. I hate pretendians. I hate pretendians. I don't hate black people. I got family that's black. Unlike the Mike TV guy saying we're invaders, that guy, I already exposed him. That guy is not, that guy has a fake tribal ID and his mom's white. And I already showed you. He's got a black dad that he probably don't even know, and he's got a white mom. That's a black ginger with freckles. I'm darker than him. And he calls people pale face. Just because you got nappy hair and you're half black doesn't mean gives you the right to call people pale face. You're fucking half white yourself. Listen, mulattoes hate that they're part white. That's why they all say they're copper colored and that they're American Indians. Is because they're too black for the white community and not black enough for, not black enough for the black community, right? Or too white for the black community. So they try to grift towards this American Indian identity and they straighten their hair. That's all they do. They straighten their hair and be like, oh yeah, I'm copper colored, I'm an Indian. Like, they're crying. They know they're not the Indians. Yeah, you can come up. Look at this.
Where I'm talking, where cross town. And the big queen everyone.
Look, she started to cry because she knows they're not the Indians. Look at her face.
Big queen everyone.
Damn, y'all. And you know what? And she's got a wig on too. But you know what's crazy? You guys claim that you did this in honor of our people for protecting you and hiding you from the Hanyaos. Teaching you how to sow, teaching you how to farm the land, teaching you how to live here, yo. And then, not only do they say they're the real Indians, but look at this shit. Mohawk hunters, huh? Mohawk hunters? Oh, okay. So you guys are hunting Mohawks now. I thought you guys did this to pay homage to the Indians. But you know what? If you hear their little chants that they yell, they fucking try to talk shit about natives online, yo. Isn't that funny? They call real American Indians, the $5 Indians. When in reality, their ancestors were the $5 Indians. I'm going to show you a real life $5 Indian right here. And they're still part of the tribe. So here's a $5 Indian. I'm going to show you a group of $5 Indians. Hold on. There's some right here. That's one right there. Come on, gun. All right. Right here. $5. These are all $5 Indians, definitely. But hold up. Where they at? The fuck is it? Oh, yeah. I know where it is. Here's your $5 Indians. Oh, shit. There's your $5 Indians. Who the fuck is that? Oh, shit. I told you these motherfuckers are $5 Indians. And then on top of that, I told you these motherfuckers was $5 Indians, yo. There we go. $5 Indian for sale. God dang, y'all. These fools know they is so lost. Yo, and just because I'm going against someone that's black doesn't mean I side with white people. Just because I'm going against someone that's black doesn't mean I side with white people or whiteness. Both of y'all are wrong. We're going to reset. Everybody come right back. He makes it seem as like his tribe only has recognition and other tribes don't matter. You'll see if you catch his channel. Who, me? Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, Lottie Harris says Harriet Tubman wasn't her real name. She was a CIA operative. You have a lot to learn. Dude, the CIA wasn't even around when Harriet Tubman was alive, dude. What are you talking about? Wait, what are they saying? Recording? I was in a I was on a fucking bus, yo. I was on a bus and that kid stared at me the whole time, yo. I took it down, but damn, you guys are soft. I took it down just because you guys asked me to. Nicely. And I kind of felt bad. So I took it down. Indigenous means black cosmic origin. Woo! That's a good one. Indigenous means black cosmic origin. Oh, that is good. That's gold right there. Okay. Yeah, dude. That Mike TV, he's not even really part of that tribe, I heard. I heard because somebody compared his tribal ID to a real one and didn't match. And he's teaching people how to find black Indians in their family on Ancestry.com. Dude, yeah, you can type in any family member you want. You can make up ancestors. That's what they did. They stole my picture of my ancestor, Corn Planter, and changed the name. And I exposed them. And then he was threatening to sue me. So y'all are saying, yo, where's these lawsuits? Where the fuck is these lawsuits? If y'all are threatening to sue me, isn't that funny how they're all saying that? They're saying, yeah, Native, where's these lawsuits? Are they scared because they know we're the Indians, right? But no, where's your lawsuits? You guys are threatening to sue me over hate speech. You guys want to take me to court for what? You want to take a Native American to court, but you don't want to take the white people to court for slavery. Okay, you want to take a Native American to court for hate speech, but you don't want to take the white people to court for slavery. Oh, okay. Get your priorities straight. Native American is a reclassified word. Yes, we've been reclassified so many times, more than you guys. You're absolutely right. We have been reclassified so many times, way more than you guys. Way more than you guys. You guys want to see? Look how many times we've been reclassified. Oh hey, Hana oh yeah, oh yeah, oh hey. Yeah, so allegedly Harriet Tubman was a CIA operative. Dude, where do you guys learn this shit? You know, that's so funny. The CIA wasn't even around yet, dude. You know why they built the CIA? Because of Native Americans, actually. The Osage tribe. That's why they built the CIA. Or was that the FBI? FBI. To be Aboriginal or Indigenous means black. In other countries, the percentage of black is 0 around the world. So, to be Indigenous means you're Indigenous to the planet. Native Americans are Indigenous to the planet. It was the FBI that they made, bro. I like how you exposed Mike TV. Yeah, it's on my page. It's on YouTube, so I got lots of content on YouTube. I got almost 1,000 videos over there. Black means pale. We are that. So now you guys want to be the pale faces? Oh my god. You're something new every day, yo. I'm not even surprised. And it makes sense because you guys probably would be fucking everything. So the oldest people, either the youngest, you're either the oldest or the youngest. Same with us. Either we're the oldest or we're the newest. Either we're the original or the final perfected product. And they don't like that. What they don't like about us is that, you know, we're better. Natives don't act like we're better. People that know they're better don't have to act like it. They just know, you know? They don't like me because I'm not like most other natives, yo. I'm not your cookie cut native that's gonna be like very fucking humble and, you know, I'm not that. I'm humble. But you met the right one. If anybody was gonna check these people, it would have to be me. Your government check didn't come in this month, huh? No, it comes every month. Every last Wednesday of the month. Next Wednesday, actually, the 21st. It comes early this month. And is that why you guys are mad too? Is that why you guys wish you were native so you guys could get annuities or per cap? I mean, you guys do get welfare from the government, but you're not getting this kind of welfare. You're not getting casino money. And cotton fields. I have the difficult time using the word ass. Like, let me ask you a question. You can't ask me. Are you original man or the work of Yakub? You know that's not a real story. They made that to counter white supremacy. So they made that to counter white supremacy because they said that they made black people to be the slaveries. That's why they said they made that. that white black man actually made white people and all that. So that's the reason why they said that. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt dogs bark. So they came up with something. It was like, oh, they said they made us to be slaves. Well, we're gonna make up a story and say we made them in lab rats. That's the only reason why that story is around, is because it counters white supremacy. What they say about you guys, that you guys were made. They took Homo erectus and Africanus and habilis and added their DNA to it. Put a worship gene in it a little bit too much. That's why you guys got real addictive personalities. And you guys were made to mine gold for the planet Nibiru. And Neanderthals made y'all. Neanderthals had blue eyes and green eyes. These are red-headed people, actually, and hairy fucking people. They got beards. We can show you the pictures of the Anunnaki. Anunnaki are not black people. Anunnaki made black people. They took Erectus and Habilis, Africanus or whatever. That's why they're called African. So Africans are the only ones, people on the planet, that are called. So check this out. African comes from Homo africanus, right? Homo africanus is a primate or a caveman. They're the only ones on the planet that have a name in their title that has to do with primates or cavemen. African, Africanus. That's why they're called Africans, because they also have 20% of a ghost ancestor, but it's not a ghost ancestor anymore. It was a ghost ancestor until like 2017, but it's actually 2016. It's like Homo naledi, a small-brained plains primate from sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah, yo, like troglodytes. You know, you got troglodytes, you got orcs, but they say everybody else comes from caves. Well, all these primates are in caves in Africa. So when did they go from the cave to the dung hut? Is that what I'm wondering. When did you guys leave the cave and decided to start living in the dung hut? Oh, I got some real good shit for you guys. This is that good shit. We're going to do some exploring and some real good content. I got some real good content for you guys, though. What's up? What's going on? Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be blue.
So I was scrolling on Facebook and somebody said, make this make sense.
Oh.
You always get...
Damn. Yeah, motherfucker, you're supposed to be blue.
Only white people and mixed people who think they in the black culture talk like that. I guarantee you she's white or mixed.
I think she light, right?
She white or mixed. One of the two. She not black.
You're light and mixed. Why am I darker than you, bro? And I'm not even black.
She not.
And you're hairy as fuck.
Black and just light skinned.
Bro,
she a white or mixed.
I'm darker than you.
Those are the only people on this earth that talk about shit like that. That's
Earth.
not factual, but say it with their chest like they right. Mommy. Guarantee you. That's what you're looking at. She not black.
You're not black.
You're not black, bro. Yeah, dude, if you're black and I'm the same color as you and you're telling other people that they're white and all that, bro, I'm sorry, you're not black. This is a real black person. You guys want to be red, but you're supposed to be blue.
And then that Indian red has nothing to do with the American Indians. It's a dye from India. Crayola had to come out publicly and state that they're now changing it from Indian red to fucking mahogany or fucking whatever, right? Because too many children were mistaking it for Native American skin color.
And then you guys are trying to say people stole the earth from you? You guys aren't even from this planet. Real black people, real black, blue black people in Africa, no, they came from Mars or from...
Yup. So that's the Dogon right there. You see how blue he is? They're blue. They look like the locked character, yo. They look like the locked character. When you smile, I should only be able to see yellow eyes and white teeth. That's all I should be able to see. Your eyes should be yellow. You should have little ears, and you should be fucking hairless. And your head should be pointy in the back. Straight up. That's a real black person. These are fake black people. So what I don't understand is all black Americans are mulattoes. A mulatto is someone black and white. All black Americans have a little bit of European ancestry. But a mestizo and a Mexico mestizo, someone that's indigenous with white ancestry, they gotta be mestizo. So what's up with this double privilege, black privilege shit, right? Of you get to be black even though you got white ancestry and probably more European ancestry than the mestizo. You would probably have more European ancestry than the mestizo. But you get to be black while the indigenous person has to identify as mestizo because they have a drop of fucking white? Well, so do they. How come they're not called mulattoes? How come they get to be black? Right? They're mulattoes, people. Don't let fucking the system force their ways on you, yo. You don't have to bow down to their ways and the society norms. I don't. I speak the truth, and that's why people want to kill me for it.
Serious B, like the Dogon or the Zulu. Learn your roots, bro. You're supposed to be blue. Real Africans would call you.
Would call him white boy. They would call you white boy. You look like Italian or something with a big ass beard like that or something. I don't fucking know. But fuck. You see what I mean? And these are the people that are calling people white and pale. You are calling people white and pale. You see what I mean though? Why Mars, bro? That don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to you. That doesn't make sense to you? Alright. Oh yeah, they're claiming they built pyramids on Mars. But yeah, you guys, your home planet is Mars. You guys aren't even indigenous though. And this is coming from your own people that know their roots in Africa. You're Dogon and Dahomey. Yeah, so people that are Dogon, they claim their ancestors came from the Sirius B. And I believe them. You know why? Because the Dogon tribesmen, they said that behind Sirius B, there was a third star that you cannot see with the naked eye. You can't see it by looking at it. But the white people didn't believe them until fucking science in like the early 90s or whatever got a telescope and they were like, yo, that tribe in Africa that says they came from Sirius B were right. There is a fucking star behind it. So yes, I believe them. And you know what? All the indigenous people, they're indigenous to Africa, but all the indigenous people on the planet, they have roots that take them back to the stars, and their stories they know. They know that it's factual. I believe them. And then, not even only them, that's not Mars. Vusamazulu Credo Mutwa. You guys know who Vusamazulu Credo Mutwa is? This is Vusamazulu Credo Mutwa. Their own people say they come from Mars, yo. But anyway, so when they say, oh, people stole the planet from them, nah. This wasn't your home planet. Mars was. They almost blew it up. They ate a naga, a nomo, a lizard being. And they got in trouble and they got in an intergalactic war and they almost blew up their home planet. But that's makes sense because on Mars there's no ozone layer. And the UV rays there are intense. So they need that harsh melanin to combat those UV rays. It's like solar armor. However, black people are carbon beings. We are the only people that have DNA. The DNA blueprint? No. Everybody has. So you're saying we all come from you, but we got different DNA, right? You contradict yourselves. You can't have the best of both worlds. Like, you're trying to say, like, assert dominance over people with pseudoscience, and it doesn't work because you contradict yourself. You're talking about carbon beings. Yeah, I mean, do you think... Why don't you come on up and talk, Gen 77? So, what, do you think everybody comes from you guys? Hello, welcome.
I'm just going to talk a little bit because I just had an FNA done. But when I say carbon beings, we are made up of carbon 12, which means it's totally different from any other group on the planet. We do not contain phenolmelanin whatsoever. Everybody else does. We do not. And when I put that comment in the comment box of the Dahomey were the actual original black Amazons of Africa. Up to the present day, you still have the black Amazons in Africa. If you look up the story it was with Viola Davis, that gives you a smidgen of what they were actually capable of. I'm a direct descendant of the Dahomey.
Hey, everyone has carbon 12.
I'm sorry?
Everyone has carbon 12.
No.
All living organisms do.
Organisms, all living and plants have carbon in them, but they only go to a 6 and or a 3. Carbon 12 means that you are made out of pure carbon, because when it comes down to it, I'm sorry, I'm in a lot of pain right now, but when it comes down to it, when you look at the scientific data, which I have studied for over 30 years of my life, DNA research, everything, I've been able to extract and put
Okay,
together.
I hear you, but are you saying that we come from you guys?
That's a subject that you have touched upon.
Are you saying that everybody comes from black people? Because if we come from you, then we would have all the DNA you have too.
Not necessarily, because it's called adaptation. So when you have...
So we don't... Listen.
Please listen to what I'm trying to say before.
You're not making any sense though. You're saying only black people have carbon 12 and we found out that was a lie.
No. That is actually scientifically true.
I just proved you wrong though.
If you look at some of the top DNA researchers, they will all tell you the same.
No, they won't.
I'm a 48-year-old woman. I have 8 degrees. I speak 8 languages. I have studied this in depth. My ex-husband...
Are you of African descent?
I am of African descent. I've never said that I was anything else. Do I have indigenous bloodlines or Native American bloodlines? Yes, I do. But I don't claim that because I didn't grow up in the culture. I have enough sense to understand.
Do you believe that your indigenous bloodline came from Siberia?
No, I've never said that.
Okay, so do you think the other Native Americans came from Siberia?
I've never said that.
No, I'm asking. I know I'm not saying you did. I'm asking you a question now.
Do I believe that they came from Siberia?
Do you think? Okay, so you're claiming you have indigenous American blood. I'm asking you. Do you think that blood came from Siberia?
No.
So do you think the Native Americans that are also indigenous Americans came from Siberia?
What I'm trying to tell you is this.
Can you answer that for me? Yes or no?
Can you just listen to
You're not answering any of my questions, lady. And then when you're talking, I'm looking up the stuff you're talking and it's all lies. It's not concrete.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, look, I looked up, does everyone have carbon 12? And it says yes. Everyone and all living organisms contain carbon 12. It is the most abundant, stable isotope of carbon.
I'm trying to tell you something and you're not listening.
Yeah, and everything you're telling me, I'm looking it up and you're wrong about it. I'm not being disrespectful about it. I'm looking up what you're saying and you're wrong though.
I think you need to tone it down just a little bit and have respect for somebody who actually has studied in the field, who's spent time with...
I don't care about your white man degrees.
No. I don't have just white man degrees, so stop it right there. You slow it down, tone it down, take a seat. When it comes to carbonated beings...
everybody is carbonated.
Ones that have that carbon DNA signature that has been scientifically proven throughout the entire world. Okay? Every scientist who's in DNA research knows this. So I think you need to go back to
Look at this.
or ask other people who have the experience and the knowledge to tell you and at least guide you to a greater understanding.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's just white supremacy and blackface. That's all.
Well, no, it's not.
It is. It's white supremacy and blackface. You guys are trying to say that you got everybody comes from you guys. You guys are dominant and superior and this and that. Yeah, you guys listen. It sounds nice. It sounds nice. I like how you can, you know, you're different. You're different. You're different from the other black girls. You must not be fully black.
I'm not totally ignorant. And no, I'm not fully black.
Yeah, that probably explains why you're different and why you're not crashing out and getting all ghetto.
I don't crash out because there's no reason for me to crash out because I know what I know. I've been around that particular area of science for over 30 years of my life. I am 48 years old. I have, you know,
I understand, but what you're saying, I'm looking up what you're saying. You're saying that only black people have this, and this is false, though.
What I'm trying to tell you is that we have a carbonated signature, which is 666, which is also carbon 12.
666, yeah, yo, you guys are fucking demons. You don't have a soul. That's why you guys adopted the gingers.
I'm sorry, but that is not true.
You guys don't have a soul. You guys were cursed, actually.
When you go into that particular carbonated number, it gives you the keys to the entire universe. Literally everything that you see is made out of carbon, and they all have that 666.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm going to teach you something that you probably never heard before. So, Africans, where Black Americans are from, their ancestors came here through the transatlantic slave trade. They're from the Niger Congo, the only place where gorillas, bonobo apes, and chimpanzees are indigenous to. The same place Black Americans are indigenous to. Black Americans have a ghost ancestor that was discovered in like the past few years that it's not a ghost ancestor, it was home a lady. Black Americans are 19 to 20% of a small-brained plains primate from sub-Saharan Africa. That explains like why throughout like the past 400 years people will call you guys like monkeys, apes, and gorillas. Oh, I'm not done yet. Right? So it explains like why they would say all this stuff about you. And it actually goes deeper than that. That you guys were punished. You guys used to look like us, actually. Can I tell you the story?
Are you talking about Homo habilis afarensis, or are you talking about
Either way, this small brained plains primate, you guys got different skull from us and everybody else and all that. A smaller brain, right? So either way, they had to lower the mental retardation rate in 1985 or 1983 from 85 to 75 because over 60% of the black population in the United States was considered mentally disabled.
Well, let me just put you on this on cap with this one. That never came to my doorstep, and there's a reason why. You ever heard of gay kids? You ever heard of?
You're gonna get my live band, yo. You're gonna get my live band, yo. What do you? Don't talk like that. So, let me tell you the story though. I was almost done. So, the part where the bonobo apes, chimpanzees, and gorillas, and the reason like why everybody says like monkeys and the DNA and this and that and lookership is because black people used to look like us, right? Something happened to them. They got punished. They evolved. They got cursed. They never left the sub-Saharan climate where they got burned by. They used to have straight hair. They used to be a little bit more Asiatic too. And you guys used to be lighter, and you guys got burned. You guys got burned by the sun, actually. And then there's another version that says that you guys were turned into monkeys. That God flooded the earth because you guys became very disrespectful. You stopped worshiping God, and you were very you guys didn't have a soul, that they could look at you in the eyes and there was no color and they couldn't see, you would look right through them, right? So God flooded the earth, and it's weird because they say you guys can't swim, right? So he flooded the earth. They brought the flood, right? The survivors of this flood were turned into monkeys, right? And then they slowly regained their speech back. No, didn't you say you got indigenous roots to Central America?
You had your time. Let me have mine.
No. You've been talking the whole time, and I'm not even finished.
I've been quiet.
No, you've been trying to interrupt me this whole time, though.
No, I have not.
You didn't even... Whatever.
I've been listening to you.
Yeah, you're talking... You're saying pseudo, but you're saying only black people have carbon 12. I thought you guys were 9 ether. Now it's carbon 12?
It's 9 ether because it can be divided by 369. So if you understand that and the carbon signatures that are on this planet, then you'll understand why.
9 ether has nothing to do with fucking carbon 12. You're just talking now. I don't believe you have all those degrees. I think you're lying about that. And a degree doesn't mean shit. A degree...
well-researched and well-founded.
Yeah, well, you just screwed up by saying 9 ether and carbon 12 are related. That's pseudo.
No, it's not. They're very much intertwined. But, you can keep on believing what you want to believe, and you can do what you want to do. That's not up for me to judge.
I don't even... Listen.
Correct. I'm just trying to... I am here as someone who has the knowledge to go ahead on and tell people. You have to excuse me. I had an FNA done earlier today on my throat. So you can... You can sit there and say what you want to say. However, scientifically, when we look at it and we look at the brass tacks of different things as far as evolutionary patterns are concerned, yes, there were so many other Homo sapien, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo sapiens, which we are now considered to be Homo sapiens, Homo neanderthalis.
Do black people have Neanderthal DNA?
Only a very small group. Those are the ones who are mixed with white bloodlines.
Oh. So if white people got 1 to 5% Neanderthal DNA, right?
Yeah,
if Neanderthal predates Homo sapien by 100,000 years or 200,000 years, that means white people are older than y'all.
Actually, no. There's actually separate. You have to look at all the different trees of Homo sapien or Homo sapiens that came up out of the cradle of Africa and then went eastward on the map.
But Neanderthals don't come from Africa. They come from Eurasia. They didn't originate in Africa.
That's because they were break off from a specific group that goes about 500,000 to a million years ago. And they died out as of around 400,000 years ago because Homo sapiens went into those areas and they either interbred with them. This is why
it was 40,000 years ago, and I just love listening to people that...
That's when they officially died out.
That's what the narrative says. I don't believe everything that is... I don't believe everything that's on there, and I think it's just disingenuous to act like you fucking know who is what and from millions of years ago. Come on.
What I'm regurgitating is what I have studied in depth. When you sit there and you do a DNA slip on someone, you're doing a DNA chain. Basically, you can see those chains. You can see those blocks. You can see where the X and Y chromosome and how old they are. You can also look at the mitochondrial DNA on a female.
So do you think only black women have the Eve gene?
Absolutely.
Do you know who Eve is?
Let me tell you
Who is Eve to everybody? Who is Eve to everybody? Answer that.
Let me break it down. Can I break it down to you?
No, you can't because you're wrong.
Yes.
Okay, so Eve is the ancestor to everybody. She says that black women are the only ones that have the Eve gene. And I'm guessing she's going to say that they can make every single race. No, everybody can make every single race. And just because 2 black people have a mutated albino baby, that's what albinism is, a mutation, right? And just because you guys have that doesn't mean you made a white person. Natives can have albinos too. Asians and Mexicans and Aboriginals, and Australia can have albinos too. I haven't seen an albino Aboriginal yet, but they're all over the world. Everybody can make an albino. You guys cannot make, two black people cannot make a Chinese person. So no, you do not have, only black women do not have the Eve gene. Everybody has the Eve gene. Eve is in everyone. Atoms make up cells, which is in everybody. Adam and Eve are the progenitors to everybody. They're the parents to everybody, allegedly.
Just 1 second. Just hold on.
Okay, so explain how black women are the only ones that have the Eve gene.
Let me tell you something about that. Okay, there are 5 mitochondrial Eves. There's L0, there's L1, there's L2, and there's L3 and L4. I am an L3, which means my DNA goes back 180,000 years ago. Okay, the L0s are the ones who are actually the ones who are the progenitors of every human being, each one of them.
Nope,
to the
you're wrong.
progenitors
She's wrong.
of
Let's look it up.
On the planet. Yeah, I've already looked it up. I've spoken to some of the most world-renowned
Haplogroup L what? L what?
L3, there's, okay, no, wait.
No, L3, the oldest? The oldest of everybody?
L1, L2, L3, and L4.
Okay, we're looking it up.
These things up. You
Nope.
can see,
It says,
able to say,
nope, L3 is not the old. Can I read this?
I'm not saying that it's not the oldest.
You just said it was the oldest, lady. You said it, the L3 was the ancestor to all humans on the planet, and you're wrong. It's A00, the first 4 letters of the alphabet. Why the fuck would L be the oldest? Is it because you guys are L? Native Americans are A, B, C, D. Just so you know. But it says no, haplogroup L3 is not the oldest. The ancestral lineage for all non-Africans, but it descended from an older African lineage. L3 emerged in East Africa around 60 to 70,000 years ago. And it is the parent branch of haplogroups M and N. So yeah, it's not that old either. See what I mean? See what I mean? She has all these degrees, and everything that we're looking up, she's lying about.
L2, L3, and L4. I said my lineage goes back 180,000 years.
No, you said that L was the oldest of everybody.
I said L0.
Of all humans.
Listen to what I am telling you.
Then why did you not say that the first time when I asked?
I did say it.
No, you were trying to be funny and think about it.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be disingenuous, because I'm not. I'm a straight shooter, and I'm gonna tell it to you like it is. So it's up to you whether or not you want to get the information, or if you want to sit up there and argue with somebody who has more knowledge than you.
Okay, so you're wrong though. You're wrong.
Quiet for a second.
You're wrong though.
I'm not. Be quiet.
Hey, look, you're wrong though. No, you be quiet. You're wrong though. Yes, haplogroup A00 is currently recognized as the oldest. Oldest. Get the fuck out of here, yo. That's what you get, yo. For lying, yo. You get exposed. You get exposed, yo. Come on, that's what I'm saying, yo. But here's another thing. When you look up, if you look up them both, it's going to say, yes, it's the oldest. Most basal. L. But then you got A00. Cameroon. You know what's crazy? The oldest DNA in the world, I got part of that. I got 1% of it as a Native American. I'm not the only Native American to pop up for it. So natives, there's some natives like me that don't have. So what's weird, this is the fucking weird part, yo. This is the real weird part. There's Native Americans. They'll be damn near full-blooded indigenous, right? damn near full-blooded, but they'll have a drop, 1%, 0.7%, or the highest I've ever seen was 2% of East Asian, right? Then you got other natives further south, like me, or further east, that don't have any East Asian, not 1%, but 1% Cameroon, Bantu, the oldest DNA in the world. Explain that. Explain that, yo. And I'm not the only native to pop up for that randomly. 1% Cameroon, Bantu Cameroon. Oh, we got flagged already. The oldest is Khoisan. Yeah, that's what they say. But Albert Perry had Cameroon and MBO. It traced back to Bantu and Cameroon. And that's the DNA that I got. 1% Bantu, Cameroon. Bantu's genocided Khoisan. Yo, down in South Africa, they got a 3-toed tribe. They got to marry their sisters, too. They got to be with someone that has 3 toes. And that's their family, yo. Consuming substances in this live. Nobody's consuming any substances, yo. I don't know why they're saying that, but... Damn, I'm high on life and they just fucking... Babe, I got flagged on my life for consuming substances. Oh my God. Alright, let's reset. Asiatics are black? No, blacks are Asiatics. Blacks come from Asians, actually. Dad looks, on your mestizo, right? Isn't that crazy? That's his girl, this guy that talks all this shit about native people, right?
Yeah, I just gotta go watch the movie, man.
Right? Now, this is for you guys. I know that girl feels mad uncomfortable because she was just at that American Indian thing and everybody there is racist towards people that look like her. And they're saying, fuck y'all mestizos. And what's funny is he's sitting there and they all know that his girl is mestizo and he's not doing anything about it. Like you let these guys talk shit about your girl and her people. And then what's crazy is you talk shit about your girl's people. Does she know that? What's good, y'all? How many times you reset? Too many times. Okay. So the human migration actually happened in reverse, and life originated in the Americas. So this is an animal migration map, and it's look at all the arrows pointing up versus pointing down, right? So Asians are actually just Native Americans that migrated out of the Americas. Black people are considered Afro-Asiatics because they descend from Asians. Now, if you look at the oldest tribes in Africa, right? They look like Native Americans with woolly hair. And here they are. Very Asiatic people. These are the ancestors to everybody. Their haplogroup is A and B, right? Native Americans also have the A and B haplogroup. Our haplogroups are A, B, C, D, the first 4 letters of the alphabet. They also call us First Nations, indigenous, natives, naturals, aboriginals, right? So if we came from Asians, why would they call us that? It's because Asians come from us and black people come from Asians. White people would be the newest. So if you look up right here, watch this. Where do mammals and primates originate? It says they originated from cynodont theraspids over 200 million years ago, likely in the supercontinent Pangaea, which is Turtle Island. Native Americans have that creation story. While primates originated roughly 65 to 90 million years ago in the late Cretaceous Paleocene in the northern hemisphere, with early fossils found in North America. Come on, y'all. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, people used to believe that the earth was flat, and then they came to realize that it was actually a ball. People used to think that life started in Africa. People are now beginning to understand life originated here in the Americas. So watch this. Where is the world's oldest forest? This would have to be the Garden of Eden. It's in New York. And check out my other videos where I talk about it. They think it's in the Onondaga Hollows. The elites think it's in Missouri. That's why Elon Musk wanted to build God in Memphis. They think this is the old world. Mormons, the Freemasons, and Illuminati think it's in Ohio or the Ohio River Valley. So if the world's oldest forest or the first garden is in New York, right, and we all need water to survive, right, is the world's oldest water. Oh, it's in Ontario, Canada. New York is right above New York. You got Lake Ontario. Right above New York is Ontario. So, yeah. Where's the world's oldest? Where's the world's oldest rocks? Oh, look, Canada again. North America. What about trees? Oh, look at that. California, North America again. Hold on, let's look up. They say man is only 300,000 years old in Africa, right? Well, this is a London hammer, right? Found in 1936 in London, Texas. And it's a 400 million year old hammer. And it's 96.6% iron. And it's better than today's quality iron. And this isn't the only one. There's, look up million-year-old artifacts found in the Americas. Hold on. Yeah, you got the London hammer. You got a you might have to look up out of place artifacts. Iron pot. Yep. So this one was found in coal, about 300 million. It's a 300 million year old pot, and it's better than today's quality. Like, the further you go back, the more advanced they were. 500 million year old bell found in Massachusetts. All types of stuff, yo. So life originated in the Americas. This is why the elites, they hide this from y'all. They believe only 144,000 people can get into heaven. There's 9 billion people on the planet. They need to confuse 9 billion people and keep them away from the truth, because they can't have, it will fuck up their chances of getting into heaven, because they're horrible people. So they even lie to us about how many months there is. It's a 13 moon cycle, and they got us on a 12. And they do that purposely to keep us out of sync with the universe and disconnected from God. We're not even playing the game right. And this is why their ancestors were the pilgrims. They thought a Jew takes a pilgrimage to Jerusalem. A Muslim takes a pilgrimage to Mecca, right? They took pilgrimages over here because they thought they found the Garden of Eden. Atlantis, lost cities, golden cities, lost tribes, right? They thought this was the motherland. So that's why the pilgrims were called pilgrims. He done lost it. Well, you don't have to watch me then. Block. Tower of Babel could be Teotihuacan, biggest pyramid in the world. Yeah. And actually, it was a step pyramid, they say. The Tower of Babel, Toltec, Zapotec, they have that story. That story of people's tongues getting switched around. We got all the stories in the Bible. That's what I mean. Is like when natives first heard the Bible, they're like, "Oh, we have that story. Yo, you hear that story? We got that one too." And they started trading stories. That's why they got all our stories. Is because they wanted to hear. We had the original story. We got the original story. We are indigenous, the original people. The fuck? If we came from Asians, we wouldn't be indigenous. We wouldn't be indigenous Americans. We would be Asians and Siberians, but we're not that. Black people want us to be Asian and Siberian because they believe that, oh, if they're Siberian, that means they're not the natives anymore and we can be the natives. No, that's not how that fucking works. It means if you were part native, it means you're fucking Siberian too, dummy. We have even more stories. Yeah, they don't have everything. But it does seem like they got everything nowadays. Nothing sacred anymore. Land of the Feathered Serpent, Amaru Khan. And then all the giants found in America. looks cool. Look at all these maps, yo. Let's take a look. Copper burial spokes. So where they say all these biblical stuff happened in the Ohio River Valley is where they find these burial spokes of a wheel. They said natives didn't have that. They find lots of people with giants with horns. These are all giant remains too, for those that are watching on YouTube or Facebook. These are all giant remains in the Northeast. That's why you got New York Giants. You got the Minnesota Vikings, because the Kensington Runestone. They try to put the truth in our faces, and they'll put it in the football teams, basketball teams, baseball teams, the mascots. Okay, now this one has got the elongated skulls. You got lots of elongated skulls throughout America. Even some in Canada, it looks like, as far as up as Canada. You got giants over 7 feet. That's a lot of people over here in New York. And then red ochre. Strange writing. Oh, okay. Let's look up all these strange writing. So I want to be able to click on each and every single one of these and be able to pull up information with it, because it just looks like there's just a bunch of random shit all over it. Like, yeah, it's got the legend there, but I want to be able to fucking click on this because there's all types of shit by New York. I see more resemblance in Native Americans with Hindus from India than any Asians. Sorry. Sorry. Canada? Nah. They got Canada too? What? Lake Athabasca. The line of Great Lakes. Mexico, America, 7-foot giant map. There's tons of stuff in Florida. Giants in Florida. Even South America, yo. What? I'm expected to see all these elongate. Even Europe. Look at all the giants in fucking Europe. You guys ever seen this map? Come on. What? What? You guys ever seen this map? Double rows of teeth. Hey, yo. So it looks like this was the same family or something, yo. They gotta be related. So, you know what's funny? My sister was born with extra teeth. My uncle was born with extra teeth. Yeah, yo, and then we got giants too on all 4 sides of my family. My Mohawk side, my Seneca side, and both my Onondaga sides. We got giants on all 4 sides of my family. Six-digit. Oh, and then 6 fingers. They got a lot of 6 fingers in the West, South, Midwest, yo. We don't got any in the Northeast, but we got horned people and tons of fucking double rows of teeth, yo. That's what I'm saying. And what they mean by double rows of teeth, they don't mean fucking like shark teeth. You got double rows. It means they were born with an extra set. Like they could lose a tooth and grow it back. That's what they mean. An extra set. Giant burials. U.S. giant burials, circles of spokes. See, this is what I mean, y'all. Look at that. Distribution of copper artifacts. Yes. Hey. Tempered copper artifact. Okay, here we go. Sample giant head distribution. 19 to 25 feet tall. Look. They found one that is over 19 feet tall, y'all. Come on, y'all. They found a giant that is over 19 fucking feet tall? What? 18 feet tall? Too? Come on, y'all. No fucking way. 25 fucking feet tall. Elongated skull. Hey. Look at all that. In the UK too. What? What are our people doing over there? What are our people doing over here, yo? What? What are our relatives from South America doing all the way in fucking Russia? It looks like Russia. Wales. Fuck. God damn. UK. You need to get a bigger horse then. Okay, what the fuck? Oh, they got all the lists of names? Stone, Walt Stones, Well, Tablet, New Mexico. Okay. Traces of red paint people. Okay. Reddish bones. Red ochre or reddish bones. What? Okay. Okay, I see you. Hey, where's our relatives at? Our Australian relatives at? Come on, y'all. Elongated skull, six-toed petroglyph. Oh, it's a petroglyph. Okay. Mongol man. I thought they had little people over here. Back jaw, missing molar. Elongated skull. Elongated head petroglyph. Yeah, like some of these are petroglyphs. Let me see if they listed these ones too. Here we go. Elongated skull, Belispis, 2-9 thigh bone, Ludgerberry, what a Alright, let's go. New Australia. Okay. Okay. I see you. Look at that guy. That looks like an alien skull. That's an alien skull right there, y'all. Armenian giant maps. Tombs confirmed, giant burials. Okay. I see y'all. I see y'all doing your thing. Okay, whoever made this, props to you, y'all. It's a good-ass map. But you need more stuff on here, y'all. You need more information. It's just a bunch of pictures, y'all. Here we go. Okay, so you guys seen all those fucking giants, right?
Welcome to Wix Harmony. Take the speed of AI and pixel level control to go from words into...
Long before you or I was born, mythology and folklore tells us there existed a race of giants on this earth. These stories span the entire globe, being mentioned in all ancient religions and mythologies. Even some of the most remote regions, thought to have no contact with the Western world, tell us they lived alongside giant humans at one point. These writings and legends usually go back to a time before history, likely around the time at the end of the last ice age. a time when the last of the great megafauna still roam parts of North America, Siberia, Australia, and even into some other places. Giant sloths, massive lions, mammoths, mega-sized wolves, giant-sized deer, and many more megafauna still existed in this time of myth that ancient texts referred to. But what about the giant humans? Remnants of these humans exist in folklore all the way up until the medieval period, and some stories we find are even more recent. There are even small pockets of humans still alive today that grow 7, even almost 8 feet tall in some cases. But where did they acquire this gene for extreme growth? We're told that humans in antiquity were generally much shorter than we are today due to lack of nutrients, but this is a simple catch-all statement that can't be used to classify every single person and culture throughout history. This is one of many cop-out statements that the mainstream history uses to discount any remnants of giants that lived up until recent times. But what paleontologists point out, and what historians like to ignore, is that giant races of hominids existed, and we find evidence of that in the Denisovan specimens. These were a race of...
And guess who got Denisovan DNA? Oh shit. So the Denisovans are the biblical giants. Okay. I see you. I see you. Okay. It's starting to make sense now. You see what I'm talking about? Putting this hide back on my chair. You guys see what I'm talking about though? The Denisovans are the biblical giants. Just solved it for you guys, yo. Stop, you're making us blush. You like my Gucci bandana? Just kidding.
Humans larger than Homo sapiens, likely ranging from 7 to 8 feet tall. But some say they could have been even taller. Only fragments of bones and teeth have been found, but from looking at these you can tell immediately they're from a huge creature way larger than us. This hominid was first discovered by a Buddhist monk who was meditating in a cave when he discovered a giant jawbone with a large tooth on it. We can also see that Neanderthals themselves had features of giants, and were on average slightly larger than modern humans, and we know both of these species and several more unknown species were interbreeding and living alongside modern humans. Many point to this as evidence of the origin of the giant gene, but to really understand who the giants were, we need to look at stories told to us by our ancestors. These stories are told by every culture from the Americas to Eastern Asia, down to Australia and Africa and beyond. Just look at this list of giants in mythology and folklore on Wikipedia. Most of these stories go back to a time even before our recognized history. They tell us the Mesopotamian civilizations began around 4500 BC, but these stories go back before that. The Sumerians themselves tell us of giant humans in their tablets, which contain the oldest known writings on Earth. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, we're told he stood a massive 5.5 meters tall, and his partner Enkidu was around 8 feet tall. Gilgamesh was said to be descended from the Sumerian kings, who were also said to be giants and have extremely long lifespans. This coincides with the story of the Nephilim in early Hebrew texts, like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants from the Dead Sea Scrolls. These were said to be descendants of fallen angels who impregnated human women, making them give birth to giant men who went on to be the kings of Earth, and were thought to be demigods and heroes. And it's said that many of our modern royal families are descended from them as well. In the Bible and the Sumerian tablets, we're told most of these titan creatures were wiped out in a massive worldwide flood and cataclysm, but many remnants still survived. And we can follow the stories and folklore to find the true whereabouts of these lost people and discover a bit more about who they were. In many of these stories, we can find parallels and similarities that tell us what these giants were like and what kind of culture they had. Giants are usually depicted as very intelligent and sometimes enlightened people who can be vicious towards humans. Sometimes they're integrated into society as something normal, and sometimes entire societies of large humans existed in pockets around the world. They always built incredible structures and most likely understood technologies that other ancient cultures didn't, like advanced architecture and building techniques and things like timekeeping and the movements of the celestial bodies. They were also said to be experts in metallurgy, war tactics, magic, and even the use of the elements. Some were even said to have psychic abilities, and they were often recorded as being cannibals too. We find things like pyramids, cyclopean architecture, and massive walls incorporating rocks that weigh several tons that were said to have been built by these giants. So, after this massive worldwide cataclysm, we can follow the stories of giants to several places. In the Americas, we find stories from the Navajo and Hopi of the ant people who brought man beneath the earth into caves to survive this huge cataclysm. And we can find similar stories such as the Ojibwe origin story, where a massive flood destroys everything, leaving only small remnants of survivors. All across the Americas, we find these tales of giants. In South America, the pre-Incan people have the same story of emerging from caves, and in the southern region of the Andes and Patagonia, we have local stories of giants that used to...
So what it sounds like is Native Americans have Denisovan DNA, and where the Denisovans basically are your biblical giants. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
To live here. And early European explorers tell accounts of meeting humans twice the size of normal people. They recorded them as being 13 to 15 feet tall. The first mention of these people came from the voyage of Ferdinand Magellan and his crew, who claimed to have seen them while exploring the coastline of South.
Look at that. Look at the map. They got giants on the map, yo. Any giants with afros? There's a two-headed Polynesian giant. He looked like he got curly hair. He's got
America,
two heads though.
en route to the Maluku Islands in their circumnavigation of the world in 1520. Antonio Pigafetta, one of the expedition's few survivors and the chronicler of the expedition as well, wrote about their encounter with the natives twice the normal person's height. He wrote, "One day we suddenly saw a naked man of giant stature on the shore of the port, dancing, singing, and throwing dust on his head. The Captain General, Magellan, sent out one of our men to the giant so that he might perform the same action as a sign of peace. Having done that, the man led the giant to an inlet where the Captain General was waiting. When the giant was in the Captain General's and our presence, he marveled greatly, and made signs with one finger raised upward, believing that we had come from the sky. He was so tall that we reached only to his waist, and he was well proportioned," they said. In 1579, on Francis Drake's ship, Francis Fletcher wrote about meeting a very tall Patagonian of 7.5 feet.
This is a good one. I want to get a screenshot. No, can't get a screenshot of that. But look at that. I can on my phone. Does he have a beard? No, but they're pretty fucking big though. Yo, there was white Indians here, yo. Like blue-eyed fucking Indians with red hair, dirty blonde hair, brown hair. There was white Indians.
In the 1590s, Anthony Knivet claimed he had seen dead bodies 12 feet tall in Patagonia.
And then I wouldn't even say they were Indians. They're not Indians, but they try to live like Indians. They were white people that got stuck here and went barbaric. Start eating people. Yeah, yo. They look like George Washington and shit. But yeah, white people that got stuck in the Americas that went barbaric, they started eating people. They lost their way, yo. They went feral.
Also in the 1590s, William Adams, an Englishman aboard the Netherlander ship rounding Terra del Fuego, recorded a violent encounter between his ship's crew and unnaturally tall natives.
Yup, every single day, bro. We do this all day, every day. Forever.
We also find stories of giants in North and Central America among the Mesoamerican people. The giants were said to have built the Great Pyramid at Cholula and Teotihuacan.
So giants built these pyramids, and natives have giant DNA, so natives built the pyramids. Natives are still builders to this day. You can go to any Home Depot or Lowe's and go pick up the red man for $50 to $100 an hour, and he'll work his ass off. One of the hardest working men on the planet. Straight up. White men and black men aren't out in the fields. The red man is.
Dating these sites is difficult, but many say they go back as far as 10,000 years. And as you can see, Cholula is buried under a huge amount of dirt, and Teotihuacan was when it was discovered as well. They said Cholula in its entirety is the largest pyramid on Earth, and Teotihuacan is not as tall, but it has a larger base than the Great Pyramid at Giza. Both these sites were built in perfect alignment with the stars. In Aztec mythology, they speak of a race called the Kina Metzin, who populated the world during the previous era known as the Era of the Sun and Rain. They were punished by the gods because they didn't venerate them, and their peak civilization came to an end as a result of great calamities as punishment in the heavens for their grave sins.
What if the mountains are just pyramids? What if the mountains are just pyramids, yo? Just old ass pyramids.
When the Spanish took over this area, they heard the stories of the giants that lived there before the Aztecs, and they claimed to have found entire skeletons of giant humans. Friar Andres de Olmos tells that in the palace
Dang, yo.
of the first viceroy of New Spain, Antonio de Mendoza, bones of a human foot were found, where each toe measured almost the palm of a human hand. Modern historians discount this entirely.
That's AI.
As mistaken dinosaur bones, even though these bones have been lost to history and modern scientists haven't observed them
Or is that the 25-foot tall fucking... No way.
at all. They just couldn't possibly have come from giant humans, even though that's what
Wild man.
all the folklore mythologies tell us.
Europeans still pay homage to the wild man once a year.
In the very codices of the Aztec and the Olmec civilization, they speak of a race of giants.
I got that tag. I got a knife. And I got the tag and I ripped it off.
In the Codex Zumaraga, it explains that the giants were created by gods and then perished in the catastrophe of Etonatia, a supposed flood that reset the entire Mesoamerican world.
You know those... You're in jail and you're like, oh yeah, what'd you do? You know those tags on the mattresses that say, by penalty of law, do not remove? Yeah. Well, I got a knife. And I cut it off!
In North America, there is no lack of giant stories. There's a major controversy among independent researchers over the cover-up of many of the skeletons found at mound sites across the United States. The Smithsonian cleans up any site deemed as having giant bones and locks them away from the public, and many articles exist from early American newspapers detailing accounts of giant bones being uncovered. Even Abraham Lincoln mentions the giants buried in the mounds across the land in one of his great speeches. These mounds, as they call them, were built by a people referred to as the Mississippian, a people many say showed similarities to their Mesoamerican cousins and most likely had a similar religion and culture based off of artifacts that have been found. I'm convinced that some of these mounds were massive pyramids at one point, or at least huge structures similar to the ziggurat we find on the other side of the world.
They got buried.
A descendant of the Mississippian people, the Timucua Indians, existed during the time of the Spanish exploration, and their accounts tell of people 7 to 8 feet tall that had a strange and unique culture around the southeast region of the United States. These people also built mound structures and were possibly the oldest surviving remnants of the giants in the Americas. They were said to be around 7 feet tall, and some say they had pale white skin. This could mean they were a race of albino people or possibly even descendant of Europeans. They were said to be heavily tattooed, leading some to speculate if they were descended from the Celts or Picts, or possibly even the Norse. Although other sources claim they had darker skin, similar to other native tribes, so it's unclear.
They were fucking Seneca.
What we do know is they were much taller than the Spanish explorers, and they created many of the mound structures we see in Florida and Georgia. Many theorize that these giants of America were descendants of the Nephilim remnants, or possibly a previous unknown Atlantis-type civilization from before the Younger Dryas Ice Age and Flood. They could also be somehow linked to the Denisovan people of Eurasia from the time of the early hominids, or descended from some unknown hominid. We won't know until more research is done and more about the giants is uncovered, but what we do know is that our ancient ancestors lived along giants on these very shores in America. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll put a few videos in the description on giants that I enjoyed if you want to check those out. I also have a video on lost Mayan knowledge that most likely contains...
You don't know what you're talking about. Damn, see what I mean? Non-natives trying to teach native history, yo. It won't work out. Non-natives trying to teach native history.
Scale your content 10 times faster with Magic Write. Turn one idea into tons of content tailored for any audience or platform, all in a few clicks. Save time with fast and easy content generation. Try it on Canva Pro today.
Don't upload your videos to YouTube. Upload to Restream, where we will live stream it to YouTube.
Hidden beneath the rolling hills of Ohio lie secrets older than the state itself. Forgotten civilizations, mysterious earthworks, and tales that defy the history books. Join us as we uncover the truth behind Ohio's ancient past, from unexplained structures to legends passed down through generations. Serpent Mound, Ohio's great prehistoric enigma. In the rolling hills of Adams County, Ohio, lies one of the most fascinating and mysterious archaeological structures in North America, Serpent Mound. Recognized as the world's largest effigy mound,
Yo, is there a reason why nobody's saying anything on YouTube? What's up? I haven't seen any comments on YouTube at all, yo. What the fuck?
Mound stretches more than 1,348 feet in length and winds across a ridgetop in the shape of a coiled serpent. Its immense scale, enigmatic origins.
Hey, K. Jones, more black people have been deported than any Native American that is part of any tribe. No Native American that is part of a federally recognized or state recognized tribe has been deported at all. Some have been detained, but I'm sure they have been or are getting released. More black people that look like you have been fucking deported to Africa than a Native American that's part of a tribe. Now, Mexicans, they get deported, but they get deported to where they're indigenous to, which is still in the Americas.
And precise alignment with celestial events have intrigued archaeologists, historians, and spiritual seekers for generations. The question of who built Serpent Mound has puzzled researchers.
Iroquois. That's who built it. Iroquois means black snake. We are solstice people, too. So, we're solstice people. We are. Or we trace our lineage through the moon. And, or not lineage, we trace our ceremonies. We give thanks to the different elements in nature, each month a different element, right? But based off the moon. So, all these humps point to a different, point to the moon and the sun at different times of the year. Winter, summer, solstice, spring, fall, equinox.
For more than a century. Early assumptions linked the structure to the Adena culture, which flourished in Ohio between 1000 BC.
Seneca are descendants of the Adena. Yes, the Seneca are considered descendants of the various indigenous cultures often referred to as the mound builders. The Seneca, Cahokia Nation, and other groups linked the Hopewell and Adena cultures are recognized as having ancestral ties to the mound building societies of the Ohio River Valley.
And you talk this shit.
Oh.
CE and 200 BCE. This theory was supported by the presence of nearby burial mounds that are attributed to the Adena. However, more recent radiocarbon dating of materials found within the mound points to a later construction date, around 1070 CE. This newer timeline suggests that the Fort ancient culture which existed in the region from 1000 to 1650 CE, may have been responsible for its creation. Some scholars propose that the mound could have been a collaborative or multi-generational project, potentially beginning with the Adena and later modified or completed by the Fort Ancient people. Regardless of its exact builders, Serpent Mound was clearly more than just a piece of monumental art. It served a ceremonial, spiritual, or astronomical function. Scholars have long noted the mound's alignment with significant solar and lunar events. The head of the serpent appears to point directly to the setting sun on the summer solstice, while other points along the serpent's body align with the winter solstice and the equinoxes. These alignments suggest that the mound may have served as a calendar or observatory, allowing...
All right, I already taught you guys all that. He must have learned it from me. Then you got New York Giants. My tribe has the world... Seneca, Nation of Indians, has the world's tallest Native American. Also, I have giants on both sides of my family, all 4 sides of my family. New York Giants, remember that.
Elon. He paid a lot for his new computer, so he assumed it came with antivirus. But one click and virus. Don't be like Elon.
Why haven't I been deported to Africa then? Fuck out of here. Because slavery, they didn't abolish slavery. They legalized it. They need a lower class. That's why. They need someone to fucking, you know, do the shitty shit. Or unless you're just getting, they're going to start, if you've been on Section 8 or food stamp for 20 years and you haven't had a job and your family's full of like pedophiles and criminals, they should start deporting those people. People that were affiliated with gangs and all that, yo. Straight up. Start deporting those motherfuckers. The EBT community.
Protect your new tech with Webroot.
Your day-to-day covered with Base 44 super agents. Your life is chaotic.
Because I'm so sick and tired of black people being racist to me and my people. Like, I had no issues with black people until they started claiming my culture. Doing good.
So we're just heading in to the Cahokia on-site museum. I've heard it's quite good. I've also heard there might...
See what I mean, you know? How many views this got? He got 285,000. How many views? 227 comments. 59,000 views. And this is a British dude. Hey! Bro, you're trolling. Ain't no such thing. Alright, bro. So, that's crazy. These British dudes, these white kids that talk about our history, they get thousands of fucking views, yo. And they talk about our shit and know our history sometimes better than some natives. I know some natives that don't give a fuck about their history or their culture. They're stuck in addiction. They're trying to act black or white. They don't care to learn their roots. They're not going to have anything to pass on to their kids. Your kids, right? You claim you're indigenous and all that. Well, your kids are going to want to learn their culture and who they are. And you're going to teach them a false identity. Your kids are going to grow up and take a DNA test and learn that you lied to them. And they're going to fucking hate you. Straight up. Unless you're gonna brainwash your kids from a young age. Yeah, we's Indians. They lied to us, yo. That's so weird, yo. Why would you lie to your little kids like that and tell them that they're an Indian, yo? Hey! God damn you! You just like to knock shit down or what? Getting me mad. Holy fuck. Let's see, this is what I mean, yo. It's like, we got Hanyos and British motherfuckers speaking on our history, yo. And you don't ever have any natives on here teaching history or trying to go over history, yo. People have our people, and people wonder why we got language problems and all that. And fucking, yeah, dude, when I started getting on live and debating these people, they'd ask me questions. And sometimes I wouldn't have the answer, yo. So be ready, it's gonna be your own fault that you didn't know, or you didn't ask a relative, or you didn't ask your family, or you didn't look it up for yourself, right? When these people learn your history better than you. Some of these people that are white, they're obsessed with Native history. Same with black people. They're learning our history and they're reading our treaties before any Native on the earth. Like, we know we got treaties and all that. We got some of the most. But how many have actually sat there and went over every single one? And it was like, and try to put the pieces together and actually try to figure stuff out. Right? We got other people that aren't even from our tribes learning our shit. Just trying to speak our languages. Trying to do what we do. So, like, down south, for some reason, you got pretendians that know about Longhouse now. Who's teaching them? I know who. I know who. It's North Carolina. People from down there. And then, that video, so the guy that tossed the Hut Dewey mask outside, that video, he's saying that people in North Carolina were asking for it. Any real false face society isn't going to be in North Carolina. It's going to be in New York or Canada. But he's saying people from North Carolina were asking for it back. Lil Wayne is Indian. That's funny, yo. Lil Wayne is Indian. Oh yeah, so look at this. So that's Cahokia. It looks like there's a pyramid underneath it, and there was a flood and it got buried. That's what it looks like. And allegedly, I heard that people started digging down here, right on the side, right? You can kind of see where they started to dig a little bit, and over here too. And they found rocks. They found like bricks to like a pyramid, but they stopped. And they dug up here. There's photos of it, and there's pyramid underneath this, actually. But yeah, people are learning our culture, and people are starting to learn our fucking culture, and they're starting to teach our culture, and they're adding their own twist to it, yo.
Artifacts relating to the giants, as well as the Birdman tablet that was found here, which has a snake and bird, i.e. plumed serpent representation. There's bound to be some other things here that are going to surprise us, so let's go and take a look.
Tom Ogle drove 200 miles on only 2 gallons of gasoline.
Royal Raymond Rife claimed he could heal cancer using sound frequencies.
Nikola Tesla built.
So we're just here at Cahokia. We're in the visitor center, the museum. It's got the amazing Birdman tablet. It's got some very large axes I want to see, and some other amazing pieces. So let's go and take a look behind me. You can just see a reconstruction of the site. I'll show you it in full detail in a moment. But it's just amazing to be here. We've had a look at the site. We've flown over it. We've got a bird's eye view, just like the Birdman tablet. And let's take a look now at what they...
Yeah, look. You can tell where they started digging right here.
History. In accordance with the laws of state of the
In this episode, let me just, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna start my TikTok out like that. I'll start out this way. Grab a fried bread by the ponytail. In this episode,
Didn't that dude get fucking knocked the fuck out? Dude got knocked the fuck out.
Created here at Cahokia. A good comparison to see the sizes of Cahokia Mound compared to other pyramids. There we have the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, Mexico. We have the very small Chichen Itza pyramid. Then we have Monk's Mound, absolutely massive, with the Egyptian Great Pyramid next to it. And then we have Mount Etowah in Georgia. So this gives you a sense of perspective when it comes to the sheer magnitude of the Cahokia site. So just in front of me is the famous Birdman tablet that was found here.
Look at the nose, y'all. Look at the fucking nose, y'all. Come on. Do you know who's got nose like that? Not y'all. Natives got nose like that. It's called hawk nose, hook nose, Roman nose, Jew nose, Mayan nose. That's what that nose is, y'all. Our people got nose like that.
Cahokia dates to around AD 1300. It's made of sandstone, and it's got a gentleman with a bird-like mask and winged costume in the dance pose. This is what we find a lot in the Mississippi kind of symbolism, but it's become, you know, the Cahokia logo really. But the fact that it's a plumed gentleman with a bird's head, and the back of it has scales of a serpent. It's a clear representation of a plumed serpent, much like we find at Serpent Mound, much like we find all over Central and Mesoamerica. And it's just amazing to see it here so clearly. So this is the reverse side of the Birdman tablet, which is clear cross-hatching. And they think it may represent snake skin. And they know that the Cahokian sky world featured the bird, and the earth was the man, and the underworld was the snake. And they are all represented on this tablet, but I believe it's an ancient tradition of the serpent people that goes back many thousands of years before this, before the Olmecs, going all the way back to southeast Turkey and Göbekli Tepe, and even the Denisovans, where 20,000-year-old tablets have been found with serpent carvings on. So the fact that we have the plumed serpent here, as well as in other parts of this country, in Mississippian, Hopewell, and Adena cultures, does suggest this tradition ended up here. Now this is one of the reasons I wanted to come here, because when J.J. Ainsworth was here last time, she told me about these giant axes, and we can see one here. Now that must be at least 1.5 foot long, and this is unfinished. It's made of...
Hey, K. Jones, who's your great-great-grandmas? Let's see that genealogy. Every time we ask us, nobody can show us shit. Last time we showed you our genealogy, you guys screenshotted it, and then we seen pictures of our ancestors on your guys' family trees, and you guys changed the names. I have a video of that on my Facebook page, so go look. It's called Stop Stealing Our Ancestors, and it's on YouTube. I caught you guys in the act of, not in the act, I found a picture of my ancestor on your guys' family trees, Black Pretendians family trees, and they changed the name. Thinking we wouldn't know our own family pictures. That's sad.
The basalt,
So that's why we don't show you
over
guys
30 pounds, maybe 40 pounds. And there's some other quite large ones at the back over here as well. But this one is really interesting because we know that there's 2 accounts of giant bones being found here at Cahokia. So perhaps this was the axe head made for the giant chief. And the bones were found on Monk's Mound, the main mound where the chief lived. So I guarantee there's a connection between this and the giant bones that were discovered. So this is the largest celt known. It's in the Grossman cache, and it's 18 inches long and 6 inches wide and weighs about 28 pounds, they said.
You ain't show us shit. Go on my page, yo. It's sad how you sit here and lied. You're a fucking weirdo liar. Hey, nobody's fucking lying. Look at this. Look at this. Right here. Stop stealing our ancestors. Right here.
George Washington, back in the...
Right here. Stole that whole man family tree. That's why you can't show us.
So this black pretendian got caught stealing my ancestor, Chief Corn Planter, and putting it on their family tree, saying that's their ancestor. So check this out.
Chief for the Seneca during the Revolutionary War. He signed the Treaty of Canandaigua with George Washington, and I actually have his tomahawk that was gifted to him from George Washington back in the late 1700s. So show me a picture of your indigenous ancestor.
Now I'm about to show you why I don't like this old meth mouth ass nigga. Y'all see my profile? That's me. My old family.
Yo, after I posted this guy was threatening to sue me.
Blow this up a little bit real quick so you can see my picture.
She's saying, you live now, go live showing us your great-great-great-grandmas. Last time we did that, you guys stole our ancestry. I am showing you now why we don't show you guys pictures of our ancestors. Because you guys steal them and claim them as your own.
Now y'all can see me. Now watch this. And let me show you this look.
Notice how he's listed himself as a chief. So obviously you can type in whatever you want. They changed the names of my ancestor.
Real quick, how he ain't related to my peoples. He said he related to the...
And after I exposed him, he messaged me threatening to sue me. Cease and desist letters.
Corn planters, right? Let's see how we break this down.
Because I exposed him that bad.
But I know damn well we ain't got the same family, boy. No, they was on my stocky. Here they go, right here. Huh. So you said you related to these peoples right here, right? Mr. Corn Planter, right?
Yeah, so look. He changed the names and it says Richard Thomas Passmere, Corn Planter Chief, Moytoy Carpenter. 13th grandfather, born 1607, Plymouth, Devon, England. Died 1675, Cherokee, Washington, Tennessee. No. Totally wrong. Not even the same time period. That's not, his name's not Richard. His name was John O'Beal. Yeah, yo, that's crazy. You see? Fuck out here, ain't nobody stealing it. But y'all, no, look, yeah, I'm just exposing you right now. This guy literally stole a picture of my ancestor and put it on his tree, and he said that I stole it from him. And then after I posted this and proved him wrong, he was messaging me that he was gonna sue me for defamation.
Now let's see. This is my 13th great grandfather.
That is not your 13th great grandfather. Shut the fuck up. Holy fuck. God damn. Let's hear that. We're going to make a... So this guy is claiming that Corn Planter is his 13th great grandfather. He changed the names, and this is why we don't show these pretendians our family trees, because they steal our family trees and our pictures and put them on their family trees and change the names.
Now let's see. This is my 13th great grandfather. Now this is what your mouth ass said. So we gonna see right now. I don't see none of your people's on this thing.
But this is what he looks like right here. That's the guy that said Corn Planter was his ancestor, right? I'm not saying Corn Planter can't have black descendants, because he does. But that's not Corn Planter's information. That's not even his name. His name was John O'Bale. And that's not the years he was born. And 13th great grandfather. Yeah, you just got caught big time. And after I posted this, the guy that made this video was sending me cease and desist messages telling me he was gonna sue me for fucking defamation. Bro, you got caught trying to steal my ancestor. And the funny part is, he really thought this was his ancestor. He really thought that was his ancestor. This is what I mean. Because he made this video saying, yo, that's not your ancestor. And I proved him wrong, because he went and looked up that picture and realized, oh shit, that's not my ancestor. Let me message him and tell him to take that video down. Otherwise, I'm going to sue him for defamation. All you guys want to sue me for defamation, hate speech, when really I'm just debunking you guys and exposing you guys. You guys can't sue me for anything. Freedom of speech. And then you guys shouldn't be trying to appropriate my culture. I would have left y'all alone if you left my people alone. Mind your own fucking business and learn your Nigerian culture. Hell yeah. Yeah, look. He fucking... This is what I mean. They really think that these are their ancestors. Yeah, yo. You're not a descendant, bro. You got lied. You lied. You guys are liars. And you know what? He really did believe that was his ancestor. And it's because you guys say, do your genealogy. Do your genealogy. Why not take a DNA test? Oh, it's fake. Why is it fake? The white people run it. So that's why it's fake. I bet you it's real if somebody tried to pin a baby on you. You see what I mean? It's like they really believe their own lies because reality hurts. They gotta deny reality and create a fantasy. It's because your reality is that shitty. You fucking hate your life and yourself and your skin color and your hair texture that much. You deny your ancestors. You deny your nationality. You deny reality. And you wish you were native. You literally wish you were me. You're claiming my ancestors. You guys are making websites calling the Iroquois Republic of the Ongwe. We are the real original beings. You guys are fucking pretendians, yo. And it's so obvious that you guys are not indigenous. Because if you're indigenous, you wouldn't be hating on other indigenous people. You would be connecting. Yo, do your genealogy. It's because they already went and tampered with the trees. They already tampered with the trees. You don't show because you really can't show us. If we really gonna be anything, let's be fucking for real. Let's see your ancestors' land pet and why you keep talking about. Let us show us proof. I'm asking you to show us. Proof of what, yo? What do you want to see? You want to see pictures of our ancestors so you can fucking steal them and post them on your fucking pages and so you guys can say, yo, this is my great Indian ancestor, yo. We're the real Indians. We always been here. That's what they do. They steal pictures of Indian ancestors. They blackwash them. They'll fuck with the saturation, the highlights, the shading, the colors to push their narrative. They'll even Photoshop another face on it. Yo, show me your land pad. Show me your land pad. Listen, we got treaties, yo. I got a treaty with my grandfather's signature on it, yo. Look at this. Treaties. Right here. There we go. Look at this. I got a treaty with my grandfather's signature on it. A treaty is the supreme law of the land, y'all. Right there. You see that? Kayentwage. Corn planter. Hey, you see that? You see that? Oh, wait, you guys don't see that. There we go. You guys see that? I didn't ask for no treaty. I asked for a land patent. Oh my God. You guys are so funny. I didn't ask for no treat. You're stepping over $1 to pick up a penny. Holy fuck. You guys are not that smart. You are stepping over $100 bill to pick up a penny? God damn. I didn't ask for no land pet. I didn't ask for no treaty. I asked for a land pet. That is funny. That is funny. What is that? There we go. Leg rest. Ooh. I didn't ask for no land, for no treaty. I asked for the land pen. You are stepping over a $100 bill to pick up a penny. That treaty don't say shit about your grandfather being from America. What? They make treaties with the indigenous inhabitants of the Americas. This is how, listen, you can, it doesn't matter. You can show them all the facts and receipts in the world. They will deny reality. It doesn't matter. You could, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. You can prove it to them over and over and over again. They will deny reality. That is what someone that is brainwashed does. You can't help people like that. An NPC, a bot, a sheep. My point, you can't show that proof. Joke on you. Lady, what? Show me a treaty with your grandparent's signature on it. Show me a picture of your grandparent. Fuck. Show me your indigenous grandparent. Since you're so indigenous, show us a picture of it, of them. Show me proof that you and your people are from America like you ain't show that. You need proof for that? That's crazy, yo. Like, who are you? Prove yourself to us. We don't have to prove ourselves to you. You have to prove yourselves to us, yo. The fuck? You prove yourselves to everybody else. We don't prove ourselves to you because we're not looking to be accepted by you. We're not looking to be for your approval. You know what I mean? You're looking to be accepted by us. You're looking for our approval. You're seeking our attention. We're not looking nothing from y'all. We don't want nothing from y'all. So prove yourself to us. JR, you're not smacking the shit out of nobody. JR is just mad that he's got a white mama. Yeah. Listen, I don't want to see a land patent. I don't want to see a treaty. I want to see a land patent. Hey, do white people have land patents? According to your logic, that would mean they were always here too and indigenous if they have a land patent. Oh, shit. Pale skin can't be indigenous. Oh, okay. I had one of them ask me this. How is you Indian if you don't got melanin in your skin? And I'm like, what? Let me ask you again. How is you indigenous if you ain't got melanin in your skin? One more time. How is you indigenous if you ain't got melanin, watermelanin in your skin? Oh, okay. White people ain't from here either, dumb fuck. Yeah, neither of y'all are. We know. We know, K. Jones. Neither of y'all are. Oh, that is funny, y'all. You sound sassy as fuck. Yeah, I was sounding like a black guy. Y'all sound sassy as fuck. That was a real good impression then. I hit it right on a fucking nail. That was an impression of a black guy. Exactly, it was sassy as fuck. These N-words, hard ER beat the shit out of the Indians? No, they didn't. Y'all got fucked up by the Buffalo Soldiers, yo. Your bones are still rotting out there in the Badlands. Go collect your dead, yo. White man didn't want to spend no resources or no men to go get y'all, so y'all bones are rotting out there. Go collect your dead. We gotta reset on that one, though. You're just racist, dude. They call you racist when they can't beat you. They call you racist when they can't beat you, yo. Everyone has melanin. Yeah, I know. Everybody got melanin. Everybody's got melanin in their skin. Yo, how is you indigenous if you ain't got melanin in your skin? Holy, Tristan is fierce, yo. Fuck. America is not your motherland. You're right, it's not your motherland. America is not the name of this land either. I'm indigenous to the planet, yo. Whether you like it or not. Red man can survive in every climate. Scan out DNA. The Afro and Euro paid $5 to be native. Facts. Oh, yeah, oh, now, yeah. Guyana. Deal. Guyana. Guyana. Dion. Yeah. Guyana. Dion. Yeah. How the fuck do you say it? Guyana. Dion. Yeah. Yep, see right here. That's my ancestor right here. On this treaty, yo. The United States of America. Oh, this is that treaty. I'm still waiting on your great-great-grandma land patent. Lady, we have treaties. I'm showing you something older than a third great-great-grandmother. I'm showing you my 6th great-grandfather's signature and mark and stamp on a fucking treaty from the 1700s. A treaty is the supreme law of the land. A treaty supersedes a land patent, lady. Look this up. Hold on. You're asking for a penny when I'm giving you $1. Hold on. Yes, a treaty ratified by the United States can supersede a land patent. Lady, look at this. You're asking to see a fucking land patent when I'm giving you a fucking treaty, right? You're asking to see my 3rd great-grandmother's land patent when I'm showing you a treaty from my 6th great-grandfather's signature. But you want to see a land patent, something smaller and earlier. I'm giving you something 10 times better and older. Not 10 times older, but older. Let us see the land patent. A treaty supersedes the land patent, lady. White people have land patents. Did you know that? White people have land patents. That doesn't make you native, lady. Oh, that's so funny, y'all. That is so funny. Y'all need treaties? Y'all need treaties? Listen, see, it doesn't matter what you do. Let's see a land patent. I want to see what I asked for. Is that hard? I'm giving you something better, something that supersedes that. You can't understand that. White people have land patents. You don't even have a land patent. You don't have a land patent. You're asking me to show you something that you can't even show. You're asking me to show something that you can't even show. Why don't you come to my live on TikTok and come show it? She keeps asking me and she ain't got nothing she can't Google. Yeah, I know. She doesn't understand that a treaty supersedes a land patent. Look at this. Yes, a treaty ratified by the United States supersedes a land patent. I highlighted it for you, right? It says a treaty ratified by the United States supersedes a land patent. Oh, she says you ain't showing me shit. You must not know what supersedes mean. Oh my God, yo. Somebody explain to her in the chat what supersedes mean. She doesn't know what that means, yo. That's too big of a word for her. Fuck your TikTok. Oh, she's scared because she can't show a land patent. She's asking people to show her something that she can never have. It's because she wants to see it so she can screenshot it and Photoshop it and claim it to be her own. When I'm giving her a fucking treaty that supersedes land patents, white people can have land patents. You can't show me proof you're from here. You are ancestors. What? I don't have to show you proof. I am from here. I don't need to prove. Listen, you guys act like we're looking for your approval. We are not looking for your approval for shit. You have to prove yourself to us. You got Africa tattooed on your face, yo. That's why you guys call each other the N-word, because you guys are Nigerians. Niger means black. That's why you guys are called black. You guys are called African because you guys are 20% small-brained plains primate from sub-Saharan Africa. You guys got burned by the sun. That's why you guys are so black, because you guys never left Africa. You were the ones that we left in Africa while we migrated the whole planet. We left y'all there because y'all wanted to live in dung huts. We didn't want to live in dung huts. We wanted to live in houses and pyramids. So we left y'all there. Y'all wanted to eat mud cookies and fucking mosquito burgers. We were good on that. We didn't want to wash our head in cow piss. We didn't want to put our kids in cow poop to get them used to the environment. We didn't want to fucking put dung in our hair. We didn't want to live in houses made out of feces. So we left. Is that the story the white man told you? Damn, they think that because you're going against them that you automatically side with white people. That proves that they live in a black and white world, people. Just because I'm going against you doesn't mean I side with whiteness or white people. You both are wrong. You both are immigrants. You both are foreigners here. You guys are not from these lands. White people are from Europe. Black people are from Africa. Yeah, and then she's asking natives that look native to fucking prove that they're native. Fucking look at me. Look like my ancestors, motherfucker. Do you look like your ancestors? Yeah, we all do. Y'all broke as hell. Show me some money. You sit on this motherfucker all day talking about nothing, and you sit here all day asking me to show you stuff, begging for my attention. We ain't black, dumb fuck. Yeah, you're probably half white. I'm looking at your hand, and I'm darker than that. Literally. I'm looking at your hand, and I'm darker than you, K. Jones. That's your hand on your profile, right? Yeah, I'm 10 times darker than that. I bet your blank stink. What? What? Eggplant? I bet your eggplant stink. What? What? Oh, you're talking to that dude? That's weird, yo. What does it stink like? That's a weird ass insult. I never heard an insult like that. I bet your blank stink. Yeah, after got done jigging you. After they were done with you. Oh, that's funny. After they pull it out of you, it stank. God damn. That's funny. Y'all live in the projects in the hood. Where's your valuable contribution to society? They don't. They get the contributions. They get the contributions from society. Number one, Mr. Number One delusional? Well, come on up. I think you're delusional if you're black and you think you're indigenous to America. I'm not delusional. If you're black and you think you're an Indian, you're delusional. It just shows that you hate being black. It shows that you hate being black and you wish you were me. Bro, y'all women and built like fridges. Yeah, that's why they're the most murdered and missing and raped, right? Because they're so like unattractive and all that, right? I mean, nobody's going for your girls. I mean, everybody's fucking agreed to not touch your girls or not date your girls and not raise black kids. That's like an unspoken agreement among all men. Even black men have agreed to not date black women or raise black kids. I got reset after that one. Yo, Tristan, pipe it down a little bit, alright? You don't gotta spam, bro. Alright? Pipe it down. If you're gonna say something, just say it once, bro. You don't gotta spam. We can all read it, bro. Because the men are weak? No, bro. Are you really calling a native man weak when natives bitched y'all? Fuck. Come right back. Bro, you're calling natives weak when natives literally had y'all in the corner, like, shook. Like, when you guys walk past natives, I bet y'all, like, stare at the ground, cross the street, try to avoid contact. Like, and then, like, if you try to say something, a native would be like, what the fuck do you say? And you'd be like, nothing. And you'd, like, be all shook. I guarantee you that's exactly how it goes every time. Because y'all are, like, all fucking weak and shit. Y'all don't got no smoke for white people, only for natives and Mexicans and your own kind. So, yeah, that's pretty weak. The white man bitched y'all and dominated y'all, and you got no smoke for him, but you want to fight a Native American, huh? So why is the West us territory? The West us territory? Why? You don't even make sense, bro. Why is the West us territory? I don't know what you mean. I see has bins when I see natives been shell of former slaves. Oh, I don't know what you're talking. Dude, you don't even make sense, bro. You don't even make sense when you're talking. Sorry, guys. We say stuff and it gets us in trouble. Yeah, I bet I don't make sense. Yeah, dude. I mean, you guys are scared to debate. You guys are scared to go DNA for DNA. If you think you're so indigenous, prove it. But none of you guys can prove it. You can only talk shit. And then when people talk shit back to you back, you cry racism. So, yeah, I mean, nobody wants to beef with you guys because you're just going to call everybody racist. So, you're calling people racist that you're being racist to. You voted for Big Mike. Goddamn. Are they kicking you off live? No, they're not kicking me off. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling right now. Yeah, indigenous people, they don't pimp out their own kind. They don't kill their own kind. They don't sell crack to their own kind. They don't do none of that to their own kind. You guys don't act indigenous. I think we got more dirt on you than you do on us. You guys literally make stuff up, so you don't have any dirt. None of it hurts my feelings. I literally, all the stuff that you guys like post about me, I like it and I share it. You guys literally just make me more famous. Like, that's how, I shouldn't be talking like that, because then you guys are going to stop talking about me, to be honest. I shouldn't be talking like that, because then they'll realize, like, oh shit, we are making him famous. Oh shit, we are getting him paid. You know, you gotta roll with the punches and make some money off of it. Yeah, yo, go ahead, talk shit about me, yo. Please. Please do. I'll share it and I'll give it a like. It'll probably be its only like, though. Yesterday I had to share a guy's post. He made a picture of me and like a girl, so I posted it. And I was his only like, too. I was his only like, yo. Y'all too busy selling Freon to your own people for money? Freon? I don't even know what that is. Freon. Make that profit from the hate. Yo, I use the hate as motivation, yo. I use the hate as motivation. When they're hating on me, that motivates me, yo. People hate me because they're mad that they're not me. Like, I can't help who I am. I can't help that I'm Indian. I can't help that I'm native. They're mad at that, yo. You still waiting on that welfare check? What? Welfare check? Oh, per cap annuity check? Listen, welfare is what you guys are on. Section 8, food stamps, cash assistance, your welfare, right? DSS. When a tribal member gets per cap or annuity, yeah, that's a type of welfare from the tribe, but it's not the same as your welfare. We get fucking paid. Y'all can't spend, I can spend my money on whatever the fuck I want. You can only spend your money on fucking food. You can't even get candy and sugar drinks now with it. It's sad the bro is like the only guy hating. What, is Ray guy on YouTube or Facebook or whatever that is? They're just mad. I saw you look good as a female, by the way. Yeah, they put a fucking big ass rack on me. I said, dang, I would. Fuck. Should be more natural and eat more foods, yeah. No sugar, no candy thing. Yeah, they get mad. You get the most views from saying the negative stuff. I know. It sucks, yo. Native Americans should be the rich ones. Some are. There's a tribe, a Sioux tribe, that gets fucking 80 grand a month. Minnesota. 80 grand a fucking month per member. Each member gets like $1.2 million a year. $1.2 million a year. 84 grand every single month. Shokopee. Yeah. That's crazy. Shokopee. Shokopee? I don't know. But yeah, yo, that's fucking crazy, yo. And then you call it welfare. Whatever, guess I'm on welfare then. Fuck. It's like they try to hate, but it's like you're jealous, yo. That's why you wish you were native. Because I guarantee you, if we weren't listening to you and somebody asked you what you were, you're gonna say you're native, yo. They're not gonna say it in front of us, but they're gonna say, yeah, I'm a Native American. Fuck. ICE is looking for you. So which is it? Am I white? Am I Asian? Am I Mexican? Right? They say all that to me all the time. When I told, now they know that calling me white doesn't hurt my feelings, or Mexican doesn't hurt my feelings, or anything. They just get even more mad. So if you're native and a black person calls you white, they're calling you the people that owned them and dominated them, and the people they haven't even got revenge for yet. They don't even beef with white people. That's how traumatized and scared of them they are. They're calling you that. The people that they called master and daddy. The people that buck broke them. They're calling you that. That should not hurt your feelings. So you're saying that I'm your master and your daddy? That shouldn't hurt your feelings. It shouldn't hurt your feelings. I tell them that, and nowadays don't call me that no more. I tell them that. Tell them word for word, just like that. And they don't call me that no more. Oh, I wonder why. Look at Sacagawea. You don't even spell it right, bro. Not all native tribes are doing well. Yeah, not all of them are doing bad either, yo. We're not all the same either. We don't all speak the same language. We had to invent sign language to communicate with one another. Made $0. Who are you? Your name is Pooley. Why are what the fuck does that mean? Why are native professional victims? You've done nothing but sit on live all day? Holy slow. Holy. Yeah, you're mad, bro. You're jealous of my life. I can sit on live all day. I can. And I do. Every day. And you're mad about that? You're very jealous? You should be. I mean, I would be too. Yeah. Yeah, I would be too. I'm live on 3 different platforms right now. Yeah, I'd be mad too. Especially when you got someone like me debunking y'all. Yeah, especially when you got someone like me debunking y'all. Yeah, I'd be pretty mad too. I'd want to hurt me too. I'd want to beat me up too. Lay off the Freon? I don't even know what Freon is, dude. What the fuck? I wish I was slow enough to get disability and knew nothing all day. Well, actually, in 1983, they had to lower the mental retardation rate from 85 to 75 because over 60% of y'all were considered mentally disabled. So you wish you could get a disability check? We know. Your people pretend to be dumb to get that. And then they get locked up for it. And then sometimes they keep their kids purposely stupid so they can sit back and collect the disability check. Say why are you recording? Why don't you just send a request up, bro, and come talk? Don't be scared to talk to a real native. Fuck. Don't be scared to come talk to a real native. Fucking A, yo. Ooh. Don't be scared. Gaji, come here. Come here. Send a request, yo. Let's go. Scared, can't back nothing up. Alright, yo. Tristan, simmer down a little bit, alright? Welcome everybody to the live. I hope y'all are doing well. You think whites are scared of natives? Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. They couldn't beat us on their own. They had to use their own people to try to beat us. And then you don't make peace treaties with the people you're fucking scared of. You make, or not scared of, right? You make peace treaties with people that you don't want to get killed. Hey, they're begging for peace. Waving a white flag. Peace treaty, don't kill us, don't kill us. They're scared. So yes, you don't make peace treaties with people you can conquer. You make peace treaties with people you can't beat. People that you're scared that are going to beat you. That's what you do. You settle for peace. You settle for less. You bury the hatchet, right? That's why they ran you out your country. They didn't run me out my country, bro. We still got territories, dude. Do you not know that? We got territories. Territory. Like wild Indian territory, we still got that. That's where I'm from, bro. Cattaraugus Indian territory. No, you don't. What? He said, no, you don't. No, you don't. I just went to Google Maps. Then what the fuck is this then? On. What the fuck is that then? Oh yeah, well what the fuck is that? Seriously, what the fuck is that then? This is where I'm from. So what the fuck is that? Crickets. Crickets now. For those that want to see on YouTube and Facebook, it says Cattaraugus Indian Territory right there. He doesn't know what it says. Probably not. Cattaraugus Indian Territory. There you go. Oh, yo, fucking A. Yeah, he can't see right now. You see what I mean? You can show them all the proof in the world. They will deny it, yo. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to prove yourself to these people. They don't give a fuck. Make them prove themselves to you. They're seeking our approval. The reason why they hate us so bad is because we don't co-sign their bullshit lies. You guys aren't the Indians. You weren't here with us. And if there was black people here pre-Columbian, it was one or two, not tribes. And you might as well say there was white people here. And there's actually evidence of them being here. No evidence of y'all being here. Are these people that talk crap from your state or area? Sometimes. But the black people around here know who the real Indians are. They know. They for sure know who the real Indians are around here. Everything's in our language, in our name. We got a big native population out here in the city, so I mean, Buffalo is ours. Buffalo is the Senecas. Niagara Falls is also the Senecas. That's why we were able to build a casino right on top of Niagara Falls. Also, we let Tuscarora live there. We adopted them, right? Rochester belongs to the Cayugas. Syracuse belongs to the Onondagas, right? Schenectady belongs to Schenectady, Watertown, or Utica belongs to the Oneidas. Albany belongs to Mohawks, right? And New York City belongs to all 6 nations, 8 nations, all 8 New York nations: Puspatuck, Shinnecock, Seneca, Cayuga, Onondaga, Mohawk, Oneida, Tuscarora. We share it in New York City. Bro, so why aren't you in the casino? I mean, I was just there the other day. I got my uncle a room. My Mohawk uncle, he came out this weekend and I got him a room at the casino. Why would you build casinos and not anything else to help your people with school systems? You think that we don't have anything? You think we only have casinos? My people just built a couple $1 million clinic, and this is like our 3rd clinic we've had. So the old clinic, they're gonna turn that into something else. But yeah, they build fire halls, clinics, fucking preschools, all types of shit on the rest. So it's not just casinos. Our people built all the cities here in the Northeast. They're skywalkers, ironworkers, roofers, right? All the cities belong to us. We built cities on top of our cities, right? And after and this is the proof that you know that we built all these cities, because after we were done building these cities, we went all the way. After we were done building New York City, Twin Towers, Empire State Building, Brooklyn Bridge, look it up. Did Iroquois build New York City? We'll say yes, right? After we were done doing that, we went to our tribes and we built 5-star, 5-diamond resort casinos. So people can donate. Yeah, I mean, if people want to donate, they can donate to my Cash App. It's on TikTok, though. It's on my Facebook, too. Come on, dude. Why is addiction so high in your community? I mean, do you read anything on medicine? The reason why it's so high in our community is because generational trauma. My tribe is also 30 miles south of Buffalo. We do have a drug problem with black people coming out from the city and fucking posting up on the res and making our people sick, yo. They get ran out every time or jumped and beat up, sometimes shot. One of them shot and killed one of our people before. But yeah, they make our people sick, yo. They even sometimes will post their face on a big ass fucking billboard right on the res and say these people are not welcome. Won't be a black guy because he's a drug dealer. They put white guys up there too. I love how you lie. Nobody's lying. Hijah Sanchez. She must have mixed kids or a fucking black baby dad. She must have a black fetish or mixed kids. Yeah, they don't like to hear the truth. That's the only time anybody that's not black agrees with black people. They have a black fetish. They're seeking black acceptance and approval. They wish they were black, or they have black kids. You caught bodies before? What the fuck, dude? Your people called you pale face as a nickname? No. Are people called the colonizers that? Dog face too, because they have beards? But did they really have beards, or did we come across dog-headed men? You must don't like black people. I don't like pretendians, dude. That's messed up to the community, especially the children Seems careless parents in your tribe. You need to stop worrying about native community and start worrying about the black community. Nobody's saying they got native fatigue. Everybody's saying they got black fatigue. Nobody sits there and talks shit about natives all day. People sit there and talk shit about black people all day. And you know what? Why? It's not because they're jealous. If people were jealous, people would be buying afro wigs and taking melanin shots. Y'all wouldn't be bleaching your skin and getting rhinoplasty, smaller nose and lip reduction, and fucking wearing fucking straight hair, right? It's because people don't like the way you guys fucking act. You guys got this sense of entitlement, this black privilege thing. That's ends. That's over with. We're in a new era now. People aren't going for that no more. You guys can't bully people into... Like, here's the thing. Natives are not looking for acceptance from the black community or the white community. The white community bows down to the black community. The black community is scared of the white community, so they both kind of avoid each other, right? But natives aren't looking to be accepted by either or. The white man and the black man is basically just mutations of us. We're the original people. The original man was the red man, not a white man, not a black man, the red man. And that's why they don't like us too. That's why we're called First Nations. That's why we're called indigenous. That's why we're called naturals, natives, aboriginals. Black man comes from Asians. Asians are just Native Americans that walked out of the Americas. Caucasian. Right? They all look at ancient Europeans. They look like this. And it doesn't make sense. So black people don't come from black people. Black people come from a face like this, and so do white people. Black people are the ones that they evolved to be that black. Their hair used to be straight. They used to be more Asiatic. They used to be a lighter skin tone like us. They used to look like us. But we left them in the Americas, right? We left them in the in Africa. Right? Life started in the Americas. Right? That's another live. I talk about that all the time. But if life started in Africa, right? That means we left them there. And we are the ancestors to everybody. Africans didn't travel the fucking world. They didn't travel the fucking world. They're not the ancestors to the fucking Middle Easterners. Or the fucking Europeans. Or the fucking Asians. If they were, they would look like them. Isn't your DNA dominant? Must be pretty fucking recessive if it died out in everybody. Pretty fucking recessive. If everybody used to be black with woolly hair, very fucking recessive because it died out in 99% of the planet. Very recessive. Very. Not dominant at all because we should all be black, right? Shouldn't we all have curly hair? Woolly hair like a beast? Like a four-legged animal? A woolly mammoth? A sheep? And a sheep? You got the mindset of a sheep. What about an alpaca or a llama? You got the face of a llama. You got the mind of a sheep and the hair of a sheep. Buffalo boy, buffalo soldiers, hair like wool, like a four animal. Is that the mark of the beast? Were they cursed? Well, Mayans say that people in the third world that brought the flood and survived the flood were punished and turned into monkeys because they were disrespectful. And then they started to retain their speech back. Oh, okay. Okay. It's starting to add up. Insults after insults. Facts after facts. Receipt after receipt. Receipt after receipt. Like, these people get their whole style. I'm telling you. They copy the red man. So look at this. Look at his style, y'all. This guy, we're gonna talk about everybody. How they're all copying us. So this guy is copying a fucking red man. A Chicano. Yeah. Chicano. Straight up Chicano. Chicano is a Mexican. A Mexican is a native. Native is an indigenous. Indigenous is the red man. Right? This guy's copying a red man right here. Right? So you got the women going to Brazil, get BBLs, Brazilian butt lift. The red woman with the straight hair. Y'all don't have straight hair. right? So the women are trying to be like the Latinas and the Hispanic chicks, while the men are trying to be like Chicanos, Mexicans. Come on, y'all. Look at the outfit. That's a Chicano. That's a Mexican man. Now look at the outfit. Boom. Y'all don't dress like that. Boom. Dang, y'all. So the men are trying to be like the Chicanos and the girls are trying to be like Latinas? Okay. What's wrong with being African? What's wrong with being African? You know what? I'm going to change the world. I am going to change the world. I'm going to change the world. This man gets no pussy because his woman would not allow him to be here on all day, no job, no life. Aw. Dang. Dang it. God damn it. Hey, yo, Mapia. Hey, everybody spam W's in the chat from Mapia, yo. Thank you. Yahweh. That's like a Crip trying to act like a Blood. What? Bro, this is not Crip. This is not Crip, guys. I'm sorry. This don't even look like a C. It looks like a U. How do you get a C out of this? I'm sorry. This is not Crip, yo. This is not Crip. You guys wish it was Crip so you guys could fucking like have like some weird connection to me or whatever. They even try to say that I'm black. Yeah, so they can like be weirdly connected to me too. I'm not even kidding you. They want to claim me so bad, yo. It's so gross. It's like, ew. Labels. We caught using those labels. You're right. I shouldn't be using those labels. But for them to know, I had to use it then. That's the part. Yeah, we got to get rid of those Latino, Hispanic labels. That's a European misnomer. You're right. So infatuated with us. You're Mexican. That doesn't hurt my feelings. You know why? You know why that doesn't hurt my feelings? That is the equivalent to calling a North Korean a South Korean. North Korean isn't going to get mad. You know why? Because it used to be one Korea. Mexico, United States, and Canada used to be one. Used to be one. So calling me a Mexican does not hurt my fucking feelings because it all used to be one. Mexicans are Native Americans. Remember that. Show us a picture of your daughter? No. Dude, that's weird. That is so fucking weird. Don't ever ask me some dumb shit like that. He can't stop moving some good dope. Dude, I could take a drug test and pass it. You guys are so, like, oh my God. Like, that's crazy that you guys gotta do drugs to be hyper or move. That just shows that you got weak genetics, to be honest. You guys tell on yourselves, yo. That you just told us that you have weak genetics because you have to do drugs to be where I'm at, you know? Like, I'm so high on life and like just like got really good genetics that other people think that I'm on, I'm not gonna say it, but they think I'm on like hard stuff that like keeps you up like this. Nah. I've done that stuff before, but not now. I'm sober. But that's just goes to show like how truly weak their genetics are because they think that I'm on something. They would have to be on something to be on my level. You know? That's what I'm saying. You would have to take a substance to be on my level. You in spiritual warfare right now? Always, bro. I'm a spiritual being. I'm a fucking warrior. Straight up Avatar. Ex-crackhead talking about. Not no crackhead. Not everybody's like you. Not everybody was born from a family of crackheads like you. Do I speak Spanish? ¿Cómo estás? Good job getting clean, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be in a documentary with my tribe next weekend, or not this, the 24th. They're gonna be playing it at the casino at this healing conference. Me and 10 other Senecas are in a documentary. You can't build a car. What? It's your spirit animal, heron, blue heron. It's my clan. A good date on God. So ass hat ni sanction dan. Wabos have no soul. They don't. That's why they adopted the ginger community. That's why they adopted the ginger community, because they do not have a soul. That's why they flooded the earth in the third world, was because these people did not have a soul. They flooded the earth to get rid of them. And then the survivors, they turned them into monkeys. And then they retained their speech, and then that's how they got fucking 20%, you know, something else. Show me your shirt, uncle. Are you the one showing a picture of my daughter, though, bro? I'm good, bro. You can see it. It says, feed a man corn, he eats for a day. Teach a man how to plant corn, he kills you and steals your land. Good to hear you speaking some Spanish words. It's not Spanish. A Gadaionga Zoasa ni Sanción, that is not Spanish. That is Seneca. Onondawa Gagoen. It's an Iroquois dialect. Now I scan us a guego. Tiganya gahen, no waga sande, gaihri nunscan. Joya yungesta. So, Nyoeha scanon is, I'm thankful you're well. This is Anadaga. Diganya gahen, no waga sande, gaihri nunscan. I am of the Heron clan, and I'm the Longhouse, and Joya Yungesta. That's Onondaga for I'm called Joya. Joya Neogets. That's Oneida for I'm called Joya. Joya Nigatso. That's Seneca for I'm called Joya. Greasy fry bread. Greasy fry bread. Greasy fry bread. Greasy fry bread. Yo, why are you trying to act like us? Damn, can't even enjoy myself, yo. Like Bruce Lee said, boards don't hit back. I'll say this, they'll make AI videos about you, Oksana making AI videos, don't fight back. Yeah, I don't respond. I mean, they do weird stuff. They make AI of me twerking. So it's like, oh, okay. That's where your mind's at? Out of all the possibilities, you wanted me to do that? That's how you get back at people? Make them do weird stuff? Cap. No, it's not Cap. That's like real, bro. Yo, the guy that did it is a chomo too. And then he got 1,000 likes. I think he paid for those 1,000 likes, but everybody that liked that liked the pedophile's post. Their hate for me outweighs their fucking morals, yo. You're liking a pedophile's post. Straight up. Let's see. It's not science. Yo, I'm sorry, Davita, to hear that. I didn't mean to take it out on you earlier.
Child molester. Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester. Because she was a black girl cop. Child molester.
Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester. Because she was a black girl cos. Child molester.
Child molester.
Child molester.
Look at what he messaged to a little boy. He's not a little boy, but an underage kid in his teens. So you just threatened to make CP of someone? This guy threatened to make CP. Child. You know what? Corn. You want to see what he looks like?
Because child molester.
Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester.
That's what he looks like. This guy threatened a little kid to make CP of them. His name is Turtle Gang _ FBA. And he has a post of me, AI, of me getting beat up in jail, right? And then a kid that is underage was like defending me in the comments or whatever. So Turtle Gang FBA messaged this to him. That kid underage is a child, right? So you just threatened to make child porn of a kid. Exactly. That kid is making a police report today. We finally got his address and all types of shit, yo.
Child molester. Child molester. Child molester.
Yeah, look at that. I will make an AI of a big black guy blank you. Don't tempt me. My bars are on infinity.
Because child molester.
Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester. Child molester.
Child molester.
And look at what he looks like. I think they call him Turtle Gang because he looks like a Ninja Turtle. He definitely looks like a Ninja Turtle, yo. That's what I'm saying, yo. And then everybody that liked his post, you guys like child molester fucking stuff, yo. That's what I'm saying, yo. This guy got the mind of a homosexual. You got the mind of a homosexual and you fucking try to make AI of me twerking, yo. That's what I'm saying, yo. These motherfuckers are sickos. We gotta reset on that one. We're gonna take a break, though. All right, guys? Come right back later tonight, all right? We've been on for 3 hours. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.